People, what's good? What's happening? What's going on? It's me, Brian. We back at it. We back at it. Yo, check it out. It's another Sunday. We doing it up. I told y'all we coming back. Yo, Jay, how you like going live every Sunday, bro? I'm feeling this shit, yo.
Yes, sir. It's beautiful.
Yo,
Different feeling.
Crazy ass conversations, man. Everybody, yo, first off, thank you guys. Whoever's following the show so far, I know going live is new for us and everything like that or whatever, but it's been a lot of fun. We've been having some really crazy conversations. We got some new panelists on tonight. We got some returning panelists coming back. If they get their internet straight, everybody got internet problems and shit. You better get Comcast or something good. You know, fucking charter. Yo, listen, I got a lot to say. You know I got a lot to say. It's Brian B, so I got a lot to say. But check it out. I need y'all to get the computers, make sure your internet's working good, make sure your credit cards is working good too, because we got the merch. It's on the line, baby. Just like this right here.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are the only one, because there's something special about you.
We got stuff for kids, we got stuff for women, we got stuff for men. If you like it, check it out. Support the show and rock the gear. Yo, JD the Mouth, what's going on? Yo, what's going to happen? What's happening? How's the week, man?
It's going good. It's going good. Aside from my Giants getting their ass kicked.
Ha
Aside from listen, I'm still rocking it though. Still rocking it.
I know you like a coach. Fucking
that's right. On. Damn it.
College shirt.
That's
hey.
Right.
Glad to hear it, bro. Glad to hear you. Thank you for coming back with us. You know, we're doing this
online
thing. Hey, we got a couple new people on with us tonight. First, I was going to mention, I actually just met this young lady at another show we just did right before we jumped on tonight. But ladies and gentlemen, she is the hostess, I think I'm saying that right, of a show. It's called Honestly Helen. And I'm very excited to get to know this young lady. We're having a good conversation on the other show. So without further ado, let's introduce Miss Helen.
Yes. Welcome, Miss Helen. Welcome.
I love the energy. Thank you.
Yes.
It's nice to be here. I'm glad I'm already on brand. I got wine.
Time.
Let's go.
I'm over here drinking seltzer water because I'm over here trying to cut back. I finished. This is how I cut back, Helen. I finish all the bottles that I have. I make sure I finish all of them in the same night.
So listen, you use your money wisely. We support that.
There you go. You can't waste the shit, right? Oh, I'm done. I'm just not going to nah, bro. I cut it out. But yo, thank you so much for coming on. It was really interesting conversation we were just having, and we're gonna continue the convo here. But yo, I got somebody else on with us right now. There might be some other people joining in a little bit, but we got Mr. DJ Steady from Who They Want Podcast. Dad, what's good, brother?
Hey, what's good with everybody? Peace and blessings. Glad to be in the building.
What's going on, Stead?
Cool.
Glad to have you on, bro. Yeah, Stead's trying to work on his he's working on the no face. We have the first no face voiceover here, like it's like an animation or whatever. But yo, hey guys, listen, we got some stuff to talk about tonight. I'm still waiting to see if really want Harris to come in here for some of this conversation. But let me just start off by saying, yo, like I said, Jay, you said you had your crazy your Giants and all that shit or whatever. They lost, they suck. Yeah, we all know.
Listen,
I like fucking with people with sports.
I don't front, bro. I don't front. We sucked. No excuses.
Yeah, it was rough, man. It was a rough one to watch. Hey, Helen, how's your week been? Interesting? Anything interesting?
Yeah. So my birthday's actually next week. So
birthday.
Happy early birthday.
Thank you. I got to hang out with my dad this weekend in the family, and he bought me a lot of good food. So we always
enjoy the time.
Food, so it was good. I feel 2023 is gonna be a good year. It's
yes,
definitely.
Yeah, we definitely down for that. 2023 is definitely gonna be an amazing year. I've said that since 2022, and I definitely keep my word for that. Stead, what's good, brother? Good. I just got done talking with you.
Right, you know me, I'm always working, networking, building a pod soap franchise at this point in my life. So, you
Yeah.
know, I'm always around here working.
Yeah, very excited. Yo, me and Stead are actually doing this project. He actually has created a soap opera podcast, and it's going to be an audio, and it's basically like we got characters and we're rehearsing. It's incredible, man. It's one
Wow.
of those things like
Respect.
you didn't know was good until you started doing it. You're like, damn, I didn't even think of this.
For
But this shit
real.
is fun. You meeting different people. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun. Helen, what has been your experience? You're like, the newest member of the crew. What's been your experience with the podcasting so far?
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love it. I will say it is definitely a full-time job that you don't get paid for until you get there. So I have noticed, when people say they want to get into podcasting, I'm like, yeah, but it's definitely not one of those things you can say you want to do and not stick to it, because our attention spans are like the fucking size of a squirrel's brain. So it'd be gone as soon as you fall off. Ain't nobody anymore. So I love it. I love that. I love the the internal reward it gives you when people actually watch your show, and you're like, "Dang, y'all waiting for an episode? Hold on! I didn't know we actually fuck with you a long way." So it's just so rewarding to actually get people that actually care about what you say and the people that you bring on. So it's fucking dope. I appreciate it. I fuck with it. I definitely don't think I want to expand it. Like, I'm in no rush to grow. I'm in no rush to get big. I'm in no rush. I don't even know if I want to get famous off my podcast. I just enjoy talking my shit and doing what I got to do.
Yes.
But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So I'm enjoying just being cute with it. I'm here. Got a show, but that's about it.
Yeah, I definitely feel you. Yo, and that's one of the things that we kind of been talking about recently is like, I'm not trying to be famous. Like, that's one thing, I'm trying to do a lot of shit. I'm definitely trying to do a lot of shit, but I'm not trying to be Denzel Washington. Right. I don't care about all that. I just want to be successful, yo. Whatever my level of success to me is being able to do this and make a living off of being able to do this. That's my level of success. If that comes with fame, I'm not looking for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not interested in it. I'm not chasing it. But if that's what it takes to become comfortable doing this and just this, I'm down. You know what I mean? But yeah, I feel like you. I just like the experience. I've met so many cool ass people. I don't fucking go outside no more. I'm just like, yo, right? We here. You feel me? It's like I've been meeting cool ass people. Like I just met Helen a minute ago. We was talking on another show, and now we know each other. Now she on my show. We gonna talk some shit. Just constantly networking, yo. Constantly rotating. Like, I love this shit. Stan, how about you, man? Like, I know, we've talked a lot, but just for your first time on the live, really.
Yeah, but I feel like it's that thing, like you say, you don't really ask for a lot from it, but then the reviews you get make you become like that public figure. You know what I'm saying? It's like now, like we spoke on a couple podcasts before, like now you take accountability for things like that. They want you to speak about pressing issues or something that, to give a little comical aspects to certain things. And again, like Helen just said, sometimes you're like, y'all really liking this? Like, y'all viewing it? Like, sometimes one episode might be like, I didn't want to put all my all into it, but if you love that, I'll be consistent and give you the grounds to be more creative. So I just love what we do all
exactly. Yeah, I definitely feel the same, man. It's consistency. Helen, you also said the same thing. Like, once you start doing this, like, it's hard to stop. Like, you can't. It's not like it's like a job where it's like, you just sit. I mean, you can stop, but it's not easy. Like, you would think that it's just whatever. It's just a hobby. But you start getting into it, you start meeting people. It's like, it's just a part of you at some point, man. Jay, you've actually been doing this kind of. Well, you haven't been doing this, but you've been with me since I started. Now you're kind of jumping into it. How have you felt since you kind of started? Because you've definitely kind of jumped into it. How are you feeling about it? Like, how are you feeling like you're connecting with it more, or you're kind of just like whatever?
It's a wonderful experience. Meet several different peoples consistently, day after day. Well, let me not say day after day, live after live, while we live on the line.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So it's definitely a good experience.
Yeah, for sure. I was telling everybody a minute ago, man, and I know a couple of people at this point. I just had an interview with Tommy Chong, man. And one of the craziest situations that I'll tell you right now, when I set my first camera up and I put my damn thing on, I just made my little stupid video. It's my first time do you think I would have thought 3 years later I'll be sitting down talking to somebody that I've been watching? I'm telling this guy, you feel me? Like I'm telling him, I'm like, and that 90s show just came back out. I'm a huge fan of that 70s show. And Tommy Chong, a lot of people know him from like Cheech and Chong and smoking weed and shit everywhere. But that 70s show was the biggest thing where I was like, when he was Leo and he said, hey, man, don't like people messing with weed, man. I was fucking favorite shit on the planet. Did y'all used to watch that 70s show? I love that show. And it was crazy that I was able to sit down and talk with this man. And I'm like, yo, I did this shit because I just picked up a camera and just started talking shit.
Bingo. It became that, like, you ain't asking for, you know what I'm saying? It don't make you Hollywood when you do it because now it becomes a regular conversation with an idol. And you just trying to find, you sit back and sometimes you got to step outside yourself on the set and be like, yo, I'm sitting down with Tommy, like, Tommy Chong.
Real.
Like, how many of your other friends can, like, say that prior to they doing their family life or work life? Like, we really out there content creating with some of the biggest names, you know what I'm saying, that our parents exposed us to. We grew up watching on television. And even with these reboots now, you still be like, y'all still relevant even more now with shows that rebooted.
Yeah.
Hall of Fame.
Right, man. Absolutely right. Yeah, if you guys had just to kind of start up, I'm still kind of waiting for everybody, but just to kind of start up, Helen, do you have anybody who, is kind of like a dream person that you kind of want to have on your show or speak with, get to know?
I've never really thought about it, but if I had to choose somebody at the top of my head, the first person that came to mind would be Issa Rae.
Oh, okay.
Or honestly, I would fuck with Lizzo because I really just love how authentic and open she is. But that's one thing else I was gonna say. I think what I've also noticed about podcasting is when you do it because you just enjoyed like talking your shit, regardless of people agree, like you just talk your shit, you network so much easier. And the people that like podcast for clout because everybody fucking doing podcasts now, I'm like, that's the thing. They fall off hella fast, or like they content's hella boosted. You watching like, yo, you ain't really about nothing. Like, I'm not even here. So when you authentic, like shit just fucking comes to you when you podcast. But a lot of work, but when you authentic, like you're not out here really chasing it for clout, you just talking your shit, people gravitate towards that. So I really think if you listening to podcasters and like you pay attention to the small fish that get, like the fact that I get 12 people that listen consistently to my shit, that's huge to me. I'm like, 12 people really fuck with me?
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Like that means
consistency.
And I just show the fuck up. I'm not doing no extra. So Issa Rae, because that's what I feel like she did. Like she just consistently was herself, her dorky, weird, uncomfortable self. And now this bitch is paid.
Yeah, for real. Like you said, just for me and her. Yeah, it's a great feeling, yo. It's also another understanding, like you're saying, you're not doing this shit to sit here and be, celebrity famous. You're not trying to be Joe Rogan. You're not trying to be all these other people. You're just getting on here and speaking who you speak with. And then your natural audience is following you. And that's the shit that I'm trying to make sure that I'm staying true. I'm not trying to get on here and be anybody but me. Loud, fucking buck wild. It ain't never an act. Like, it's been me since the beginning. Me and this guy right here, like, all we used to do. Jay, remember the shit? We was just sitting on, yo, Jay, I'm not saying he's a circus monkey or nothing, but we used to treat each other like clowns, yo. Because we'd be like, we'd just be bored. We would sit home, yo, Jay, make me laugh, yo. And we just sit there, look at this fucking cop. I remember we were sitting on the porch one time. Remember the shit? We were sitting on the porch and Jay was like, it was a cop drove by making fun of everything. Cop was sitting there like, yo. I didn't remember that shit. But Jay was like, yeah, he's over there on a computer while he's driving. He's gonna fucking lose his life and be on copslosinghislife.com.
But for real though.
We used to just sit there and just be talking shit. But at his wedding, we was at his wedding, his whatever, that dinner before his wedding or whatever. And we were just, we had the whole, it was like a Fridays. We had the whole fucking restaurant laughing. Because here's a story about JD the Mouth. Let's hear this shit. I met JD, well, I've known JD forever, but his wife, I met her cousin. All right. So her cousin, they say, oh, who's that? Oh, that's Kondashana. Okay, that's his cousin's name or whatever. Okay, whatever. They come from Jamaica and stuff like that. Well, that's Kondashana.
Oh, Kondashana.
Kondashana, whatever. But
say listen, it right, nigga.
So listen. So this shit is funny as hell. Listen, so I'm over here calling this fucking girl Kandashana or whatever it is, Kandashana. I'm calling her that name forever. That's her name, right? A couple months or whatever go by, and somebody else calls her a different name. I'm like, who the hell is that? Oh, that's Kandashana. I'm like, oh, what is Kandashana her nickname? And this is what Jay says. This is Jay. This is JD the Mouth. Oh, I call her Kandashana because that's how she says conditioner.
Listen, this is exactly how this shit went. I was at my wife's house before her and I moved in together. We together 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
I was at her house in her bedroom chilling. Her cousin comes in, knocks on the door, comes in. She says, "Eb, do you have any Kandashana?" And I'm like, okay. I thought that was something that they had, with their culture. I'm like, no. She knew exactly what the fuck she thought. She said it's right on the dresser. She literally just comes and fucking grabs the bottle of conditioner, walks out the bedroom. I said, didn't she ask for conditioner? She said she meant conditioner, honey. I said, what the fuck? And from that day forward, that has been her name. She don't like the shit when I call her that, but that's her name.
That's why it was funny to me because I'm like, I've been calling her as Kandashana, thinking that was her name. And I'm over here destroying this girl's life. Yo, because you made it happen. That's why.
Just triggering this girl every time she meets somebody. Just
bro, listen.
Every day.
Yep.
Yo,
she just adjusted to the shit because that's all I call her now.
See, look,
what's her name?
Her actual name is Samantha.
That's so far off. Not even like close.
That's her name, but she will forever be Kandashana.
No, it's Samantha. Right. Kandashana.
Yeah, job interviews and shit. What's your name? I don't know anymore.
And I unfortunately. What the fuck was it? Yeah, listen. Get a name tag right the fuck there.
Listen, bro.
Her ID, driver's license, all that shit.
Yo, but all right. So Helen, you actually said something, and when you said something, I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't you at all. It wasn't you at all. But when you said the name, Lizzo.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm sorry, yo.
That's why I shook my head as soon as you said it.
Why? What we don't
yo.
know?
Hey, Stead, I want to hit you. Latanya's on too. We're gonna jump Latanya instead. Your mic is kind of like a little. I feel like a little muffled. I don't know if maybe you want to plug it or something like that.
I finally
just want to let you know.
I try to make one public appearance. I finally get on set, and now I got mic issues. This is again.
And we want you here, so please just fix it, disconnect it, whatever. Please come back. Tanya, I'm about to bring you in. Tanya, I didn't even realize you're on. We're gonna talk about Lizzo.
Definitely. Oh my gosh.
I gotta hear this.
All right, we're not gonna be disrespectful. I want to talk about it.
Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we introduced her. Bring it back. She's back with us, y'all. We had such a good time last time. Miss Latanya Michelle back on the line. What's up, Tanya?
I feel like I should have a theme song. Like, I just feel like,
So do I. If I can fix this shit and get my own, I can't even get my own right.
What's up,
I'm gonna
Tanya?
need a theme song. What's up, loved ones? Hi, honey.
Right, how we doing?
Hello.
This is Miss Helen. Helen, this is Latanya Michelle.
Nice
Thank you
to
guys
meet
for
you.
gracing your presence.
How are you, Queen?
I'm doing well, girlfriend. How are you?
We're not gonna talk about that. The last 30 minutes trying to get on this thing, but we're not gonna talk about that. I'm good.
Listen, what don't kill you make you stronger, baby. Period.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. I'm good. And hopefully within the next few seconds we'll know if the Cowboys have lost. So okay.
Coming soon to a theater near you.
There you go.
One hell of a movie too.
There you go, Stan. Your shit sounds beautiful now.
Yeah, accident waiting to happen.
Thing be connected to it.
Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah.
Shit, I can't wait for Stephen A. Smith.
So let's go ahead and talk about the I was gonna say something really fucked up because I'm an elephant too, so I can't say.
Listen, go for it, man.
Yo, listen. This is the thing, yo. I respect Lizzo. I respect her. You feel me? I think that it's beautiful. She's comfortable in her own skin. I feel like, she stands up for who she is, and I think that's a beautiful thing. I just don't like when people bitch all the time, yo. I think that's my biggest thing.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't like people playing all the time about every fucking thing. Like, everything doesn't have to be a situation, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, some things just, if some things are what they are, you don't like it, then you just choose, all right, I'm not going to take part in this. But you have to make yourself a part of everything. Oh, you can, like that shit. What happened with Adele? When Adele lost weight and people turned on, that was the craziest shit I've ever experienced in my life, yo. That kind of showed exactly the extreme other side. You don't want to make nobody feel bad, but then you go and try to make somebody who's trying to, better themselves feel bad for. Nah, bro.
It's not like her voice changed or anything either. She sounded the same.
Yeah.
Same thing with Jennifer Hudson. She dropped the weight and still.
Yeah, she sounded the same, and she actually looks very good.
Wait, so did Lizzo lose weight or something and got? Am I missing something?
No,
Lizzo's one of the type of Lizzo is on the microphone the loudest when it comes to, hey, you're fat, you don't have to lose weight, you don't have to do anything, don't eat healthy, don't do shit, keep doing whatever you like to do in your life. Now, that's a cool, positive message to just, distribute. But if you want to be factual, you're not being healthy. I'm not being healthy, eating fucking bad and doing things I'm not working out like I should. But if you want to be comfortable, that's your decision. That's fine. But what I made the comparison to Adele is because people are following that mentality that she's preaching. She's a public figure. Her voice carries. That's what motherfuckers, like we were talking about. We've had this conversation a lot of times. As public figures, your voice carries. You are responsible for what you say. It is how it works. People don't got to listen to you, but you are responsible for influencing.
Facts.
That's how it is. You feel me? But
are you really?
Yes, hell yeah. Okay. Here we go. Here's where it catches everybody. Was Donald Trump responsible for the motherfuckers booming up the what's it called? Was he enticing them people? Was he starting? He
was enticing, but I can't say he was responsible. I don't
think he's responsible at all. I think adults that do the stuff is responsible.
Yeah.
That's he responsible.
We put too much responsibility on people. Like you a human being. So if you walk into the school and you start shooting, that's all you. I don't care if Donald Trump says, I'm gonna give you $1 million to do it. If you dumb enough to do it, that's on you.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Tanya. This is the thing. It's very true, right? It's very true. But when we have these kind of places where you can speak and your voice carries volumes, if you have somebody who's having suicidal thoughts, if they kill themselves, it's on them, right? But if you got 16 people around them, kill yourself. You should do it. You should die. You're
equally guilty.
Is there any kind of responsibility that can be taken in any other way? You know what I'm saying? It's not their fault. They didn't pull the trigger, but you gotta make some kind of decision. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so you guys,
it's a hard road.
So y'all are actually giving someone that named Lizzo, that is, please don't cuss me out, ladies, who is a little bit
large and in charge.
So you can't even say it. So you can't even say it. It's fucking crazy.
And she's in charge, but we gotta understand that the reason why people say the things that they say, you're gonna say what's comfortable to you because of what you look like, but I have to wonder, how, and you could be healthy at that size. You can. I mean, there's some issues, but there's you. Listen, I know some aerobic instructors who work out every day and eat right, and they still big. So I'm just saying, but we got to understand, just like people, like in religion, Catholics think a certain way, and whatever they think is a certain way. The Baptists think a certain way, whatever they think is a certain way. It don't matter what anybody outside their box thinks, because that's what you think. So the whole thing is to get people on your side to believe what you said. It don't even matter if what you believe is right. So Lizzo is not doing anything different than anybody else. She just so happens to be a big girl that's making money and everything, and she flaunts who she is, and she's not ashamed of who she is. So of course she's going to, yes, stay big. Yes, eat whatever you want. Yes,
but where is it a line for it though? Like, where is it? I'm not saying don't do that. Like, you feel me? Like, I just want to make that clear. I'm not saying don't be comfortable in your own skin. What I am trying to just at least introduce to the idea, like the mentality, when you're establishing a certain look or image or whatever you want to call it, or, you know, glorifying a title, whatever you want to call it. The people who are being easily influenced with you, that's why it's important to make sure that your voice isn't causing chaos or anarchy or, you know, misinterpretation of information or unfucking truth, you know, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? I maybe I'm not articulating properly, but
you're saying it right.
It's just the fact that you can balance yourself by establishing the fact, I love me for who I am. Let's not get factual. Let's not get anything. Let's not get on some shit where, oh no, you can eat fucking sandwiches and cookies and cupcakes every single day of your life and be fine. That's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to have an understanding that's common with the rest of the fucking planet, because if you don't, then you in fantasy. And then you literally just talking fucking ideology at that point. You're not even talking any kind of like sensible conversation. You just want to be justified for your own gratification. So that's why we have to make sure that the people, especially for kids, we're just having a conversation about with kids. We have to make sure that the people who are being influenced easily can make the proper decisions and know what's truthful, to cause not everybody to be fucking thinking that everything is just a free for all. There is structure and there is rules that need to be followed. That's just my point.
I think we just have to do a better job of teaching our children and the people that's around us to think for themselves. You know what I mean? We got to teach them to learn to love themselves and to be confident in everything. Because I think once you begin to realizing who you are and how unique you are and operating in that matter and everything and loving yourself, you're not going to fall for stuff that Lizzo said.
Right.
You're just not going to do it, you know. And so people like us, what you're saying is so true. So there's got to be more people out like us that's balancing that out or whatever. Or when they run into someone who's a big Lizzo fan, she's good. She's doing the dang thing. I'm not
for real.
But we have to be able to pull that girl to the side. It's like, listen, like me, I just got a conversation today with a personal trainer because I got to lose 40 pounds. So it's like, let's just keep this real. Like, Lizzo might be at a total different level, but I'm right there with her. I'm just, maybe I don't look as obvious. So I can't be telling people, don't follow my habits, because listen, I'm going to eat some cake and whatever I want. And that's not
right. And fuck up. But I know I'm fucking up when I do that. I know I'm fucking up. And I'm not saying anything about her either.
People are still watching us too, so we might be just as bad as Lizzo.
Same shit.
So we got to make sure, you know, if we're going to take the responsibility, I don't take the responsibility. Listen, I'm with Tanya Michelle. I don't want nobody to be like me. I'll encourage you and inspire you to be who you are, because I'm unique. You can't be like me no matter how much you try. But I'm going to push you to be who you are. But I ain't trying to listen. I guess role model, whatever. We're so stuck on that, and it's just like, stop trying to encourage people to be role models. Encourage people to be themselves.
Yeah. I mean,
that's easier said than done.
Understand. Yeah, it's hard, man. It's
easier
hard.
Said
I
than
get what
done.
you're saying. You're definitely right.
Understand.
Absolutely right. I mean, I wish it was that easy, but when you have these platforms, man, where you see these people, especially kids, man, it's nobody's fault either. This is why this conversation is so difficult. It's challenging because, you know, you got the Cardi B's, you have the, you know, LeBron Jameses, you have people that
the Beyonces,
Beyonce, you have these idolized figures, man. And, you know, you wish they were all Barack Obamas, but at the same time, everybody's not looking in the same direction. Honestly, bro, one day I can be the first black president. One day I could be the first, you know, Donald Trump, whatever. You looking at,
I don't want to be the fucking Donald Trump. Sorry.
But there's somebody out there who does, though. There's somebody out there who wants to be Lizzo. There's somebody out there, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why those people matter. And that's why you do have to carry yourself with a certain kind of level of, you know, whatever you want to call it, because you are an influencing person in media or structure or news or... Go ahead, Helen, my bad.
I think that, no. I was going to say, I think that also goes back to the conversation of being authentic, because I understand the gripe that I think you might have with Lizzo. Like, she's all over the place and always is maybe the first person that's crying about body shaming or body dysmorphia, but also not actually showing up authentically herself. Like, if she was having real conversations, like Latanya said, like, y'all, I'm really get being big ain't where it's at. I'm trying, but at this point, I'm in my stage where it's like, fuck it. If I'm big, I'm big. If I'm not healthy,
For
I'm
real.
not healthy.
Exactly.
Yes.
From a lens
That's how
of, you know, like you can tell
Yeah.
that really like she wants to cry wolf. It's like, girl, a lot of us big out here in these streets. You ain't gotta act like not something that people can identify with. But when
For
you want
real.
to and cry from your high tower, that's
Yeah.
when people that want to like you like, bitch, why are you crying? You got all
Yeah.
the resources we don't got, and you still
Yes.
Still crying.
Yes. Not
Yes.
yeah. Exactly.
It's like being on. It's like that peer pressure conversation.
Yeah,
Of
yo.
being in a circle and everybody's about to smoke a blunt, and then it hits you, and you go, "I got these morals, these values. You know, my people think so highly. I can't hit this joint. If I do it, I become a criminal liar. You put your, you know what I'm saying? We put too many spectacles on ourselves of judgment from, you know, everyone around us, and just saying, like you just said, I enjoy this. Let me be comfortable doing this. If you want to do your thing, that's you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the accountability.
Yes.
But when you're a public figure, it becomes judgment zone 101. Because I got a 16-year-old nephew who one day comes to me telling me all these great things about this guy Andrew Tate and all the stuff he's speaking on and whoop de woo. And then within that, like a week later of that conversation, he's arrested on like some child sex trafficking.
Child trafficking and shit, right?
You know, and I immediately tell him like, I need you to delete
Leave that shit
everything.
alone.
Crazy,
Yep.
man.
You know,
Yeah, it's crazy, yo.
But like, what was your name again, Queen?
Helen.
Oh, and this is DJ Steady, Michelle. My bad, I didn't do my job. This is Steady.
Hey, sweetheart,
Steady's down with
how
us.
are
He's
you?
family, yeah.
I mean, but just like she said, either your walk is gonna match your talk, or just be quiet.
Yeah.
So it's obvious. I don't even know why people trip off of Lizzo, because it's not matching. She's bold, but then she's crying. Stop body shaming and all
You
that.
right about that.
You don't care if you are who you say you are. You ain't got time to tell people to
Very
stop doing,
fucking
because
true.
you're not worried about what they're doing. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
why
you
we
absolutely
like
right about that.
we gotta look at who we're talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Very
And-
true. Very true.
But
Yeah,
I mean,
that
listen,
was
at the end of the
great
day, Lizzo, the fact that she showed up for the big girls, you cannot take that from her. Like,
No,
baby,
hell no. I never would.
definitely
I
not.
never
Definitely
would.
not.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
and
Well-
she's bold, and I love her boldness. I mean,
Yeah.
it's meant
I
for
respect
her.
it all
I
the
wouldn't
way.
do it, but it's meant for her. I'm not
Yeah.
knocking her. All I'm just saying is we making a big deal off of stuff. You got to remember she's human too. Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Never taking that away. My biggest thing, like I said, that's why I brought up the Adele, because I was trying to bring up like the reason why I kind of feel this way in certain ways, because people literally attacked Adele when she was like, she was brought up in that same kind of demographic, but she was placed in it. And you can't help what people do, but it is a mentality, man. And it's like, people attacked her when she decided to lose weight and, do better. And the fact is, this is another reason why there's an argument for this shit. The fact of the matter is, getting healthy, not being overweight, you're healthier. You understand that? I don't care what you might have thyroid, you might have this, but the fact of the matter is, eating a good diet, taking care of your body, not smoking and drinking all the fucking time, not putting crap in you. The fact is, you're going to be healthier. That's just a fact. If you decide to take that after you were taking, I'm eating whatever I want, I'm big, I'm beautiful, I don't care. That's cool. But the fact is, you're not healthy. So no matter how comfortable you are, the fucking truth is the fact. You know what I mean? Like, so that's why it's like, it's cool that you're comfortable. But if somebody decides to get healthy and you're going to judge them, oh, no, you're supposed to be big and all that shit, that's where the craziness starts to set in. And where it's like, damn, what kind of logic can we fucking work off of here?
Yeah.
And that's why I just kind of brought up the both ways.
can I make
Another
a special
fact is
announcement?
the Cowboys just lost. Not to interrupt you. Go the fuck home, Dallas. I'm gonna drink to that.
Okay, now we can. I'm sorry. Back to
But
normal.
Go ahead, Zaya. Oh, you was gonna say that. Oh, okay. Who your
Yeah,
team?
He knew.
Who your team, Latanya?
How
Who your
about
team?
them damn Eagles?
Oh, she got Eagles. Jay, she ain't with you.
Oh shit. We,
Okay, I'm
Jay,
listen,
she was celebrating on your ass last night.
listen, damn sure was. I just
sorry.
couldn't have them two going against one another. I
Oh,
couldn't.
shit. Y'all crazy. All right, yo, listen, that was Helen, thank you so much for coming on and introducing that awesome statement right there. Because we gonna speak some shit, right? I wasn't even planning on talking about that, but that was actually a really good conversation. I really do enjoy that. But you know me, I gotta talk some shit. That's what I'm always gonna do. So listen, guys, thank you guys coming on live in the line. You know, last time, you know, we had a very, very interesting conversation. We was talking about people pissing on people and stuff like that. And yo, did y'all hear Diddy just came out? Who's the chick with Diddy?
Yeah, Diddy. I was gonna. Oh my gosh.
That old girl he with, she likes getting pissed on and shit. Oh no, that's not that one.
No,
yeah,
Miami was like she
don't
like
tell me.
go in the shower.
What's her name?
Oh,
Who's
that's
the girl that with Diddy? Who's the
Diddy
girl that's
was-
with Diddy?
Young
Carisha.
Miami.
Young
Lil
Miami.
Yeah, Carisha.
She came out recently saying that she enjoys getting pissed on.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
last episode we had, guys, we were talking about Kevin Gates saying that he enjoys drinking. He said drinking, right?
Drinking, yeah.
Piss of his mates. Y'all hear that?
Wait, hold on.
Wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Drink
Y'all weren't here. The last one was good.
Yeah.
Go back and watch
Last
the
week.
show.
We
Wait,
was
Yeah.
fucking talking some shit.
cups? Or are we just like opening our mouths?
Listen, you
It don't matter how,
You
it's
be the-
still
you be the- you be
disgusting.
the-
No.
the
He came back
judge.
and said that he drinks it. Like
Drinks it.
He drinks it.
He
Fucking
just like, go squat for me real quick, baby. He just
Pretty much.
Basically.
Turns him on.
This nigga is
He
He
crazy.
probably
Turn
freeze that
them on.
shit.
Listen, if it's clear, I ain't gonna judge too much because I mean,
No, I'm judging
Hell
forever.
no.
you drinking hot yellow piss.
You drinking
You drinking
bodily fluids of
Latanya.
any kind.
You know what that means, right? That means it's good, and that shit is not good.
Yeah, that shit is horrible.
Hell
But
no.
it just can't. We were talking about that last time for Helen and Deet. Instead, we were talking about that, and we had an amazing conversation about, like, you know, what were the chances of that happening, and just maybe by accident or whatever. And we've agreed that, you know, certain times you might be in the moment and shit just happens, and you kind of going with it. Certain things, but the Diddy had the girl who's with Diddy, young Mia, I don't know these fucking people anymore. But she came out saying she likes getting peed on and stuff like that. And then everybody's looking at Diddy like, oh, she does. Okay, well, you're the newest member of the club, so what are you doing? And it was interesting to me. And like we were talking about also with the Kevin Gates thing, was these celebrities, man, a lot of their shit is starting to come out. Like, you know,
Can't
a
keep
lot
it
of
behind
the
closed doors.
freaky stuff.
Right, and why?
It's because I think there's so much podcasters. There's so many
Social
different
media.
forms of news. Somebody's ready to tell a story. And there's a lot of shit you got to filter out. But some of the shit, like that Jaguar Wright interview. Did y'all see that fucking interview right there?
Stupid. That was
Bruh.
stupid.
Listen, old girl, she was going in, yo.
I didn't see
But
it.
it didn't make sense though. When she was going in on Alicia Keys.
I didn't see the Alicia Keys part. I saw the Will Smith and Jada part. I don't know, man. See, I was thinking, like you said, Latanya, when people start running their mouth too much, yo, I start to kind of characterize them right away. Like, why are you so happy to talk shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Who hurt you? Like,
They say she on medicine.
So am I. That ain't no damn excuse.
But I'm not saying.
Sorry.
The shit she was saying about Jada and Will Smith, talking about how they bisexual and the guys who was leaving their house, like, she was name dropping Meek Mills. She said a whole bunch of shit. Yo, then she said this is, hell yeah. Well, some of it's surprising. Hell yeah. I mean, it's fucking crazy that shit is going on, man. And we're finding out about, like, this craziness from these fucking people that we idolize, we looked up to. I've always.
So do you stop idolizing because they got a wild sex life?
No, you idolize them because you see them in movies. And like I said, this is why influence is a fucking situation, because you listen to their songs and you hear them and you like their talent and you like their art and you like their craft. But the thing is, you don't understand, especially at a young age until you're older, that you're idolizing somebody subconsciously. Like, you're just seeing the shit that they're putting out to you. But then you start to figure out who the person is. Actors and shit like that are the hardest people to idolize, because you literally fall in love with what they're doing, their craft, but you don't know shit about them as a person, because there's 17 different fucking people. You like Men in Black and Ali and Hancock, but I don't fucking know Will Smith from a can of paint, to be honest. I
Robert
know
Kelly,
him as a
but we ain't gonna
character.
get into that situation.
Oh gosh.
Bruh.
What is his
Yeah.
sexual life? What's his sexual life have to do with how he carries himself and presents himself? Will Smith been
Tanya, you like to ask these big questions.
I'm just saying, like, what does someone do sexually behind the door have to do with their character, how they treat people, how they're
Listen,
a go-getter and
Yo.
all that? It has nothing to do
Listen.
with anything.
nah, I don't agree with that at all. I don't agree with that. Listen, I'll play one thing to shut it down. This is going to be the extreme other side. What about people who like younger kids and younger people and shit like that? That matters, right?
That's an
It's a big
exception.
deal.
That's mentally. That,
I mean,
what
it's
is
not.
that?
I
Okay,
mean,
that's
it's the
it.
same kind of thing, though.
Adults, okay, kids messing with kids, that's automatically exclusion, whatever and stuff. But two adults, if Disney wants to go suck Will Smith's dick, let him go do that. Who cares?
He's a bad boy.
Yeah, yeah.
I will.
I hear this stuff is why are you sunning your face? What does that have to do with his music? What he's doing in the community? What does it have? I don't
Because that's where
understand
we
why
built
we are so
ourselves
stuck
up now. That's the way cancel culture has, created itself. We've become so drawn to whatever they do in their personal life to like that's how we trying to model our life. It becomes that I want to be like Mike, syndrome.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That should
Go ahead, Helen.
basically
Helen, I
have
know
us
you had
looking at
something to say.
ourselves.
I gotta try to monitor this
Oh,
shit because we got 5 people here. Go ahead, Helen. Go ahead. I know you were saying something.
I was gonna say I hear what LaTonya's saying. Like, what do they do behind closed doors matter?
Yeah.
And I hear what you're saying when you use your extreme example, but I think at the end of the day, my issue is why y'all want us to know this shit. What is this information supposed to do for us? And why do you feel so comfortable just sharing you like being pissed on? Does that mean like you finna open up your pissing doors? Like we get to come and just piss on you? What I don't get it. I wish we would just go back to what our parents told us. What going behind closed doors, stay there. You shouldn't be.
Yeah, that's very true too.
You know what I'm saying?
It is.
Why not everybody needs to know what you do behind closed
Everybody
doors?
ain't supposed to know everybody's business, man.
That's all I'm saying.
It's a big thing for
That's
sure.
all
And
I'm
Tanya,
saying.
like you're saying, Tanya, too. Like literally, it at the end of the day, what Will Smith and his wife are doing together, whether they swingers, whether they like to do whatever they do, that's their business. Now you don't. But here's the thing about when you let private information slip out. This is any kind of private information. People get the chance to summarize you. People get a chance to understand you a little bit better. I'm not going to think that you're when I'm looking at you and I'm idolizing you and I see you on the red carpet with your wife and the beautiful kids and the picket fence and the fucking garden, that's the imagery that I have. So that's the imagery that I have. That's what I've always had. But then when I start hearing the secret shit and this guy cheated on you and this guy smacked with Chris Rock and I'm looking at like, wait a second. This is interesting. This is not the person that I thought this was. And then you start to have that realization of I'm glorifying a motherfucker I don't even know.
Yeah.
For what reasons? Because
And
R.
that's
Kelly.
you. That's not him. That's you. That's
Yeah, but
what
I'm
that's
saying-
your church.
but
That's not his.
I'm
church.
watching him. So it's like, it's a part of my mentality. I'm not saying it's his fault, but I'm just saying you
Right.
come to an understanding of his situation. So now I'm making a different situation. Like Helen said, keep your private shit private because you don't want everything to be out because now people are going to understand you differently, see you differently, or potentially use the shit against you. So now I understand, like Will Smith, you like all this crazy shit. Holy shit, is this real? This nigga Kevin Gates is drinking piss. Now I'm watching them and I can't even think about fucking toilets regularly anymore because I'm thinking about him. So now I'm just incorporated completely different. It's not anybody's fault, but it's real. It's real. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand you standing for your individuality, but you also have to understand third-party perspective fucking means something. If you want to go through life and just be, I'm fucking whatever I want to do, I can do it. Congratulations. But people are going to fucking sum you up and still put their own perspectives on you and shit like that. If you don't care, you don't care. But you a publicized figure and you're making a living off of motherfuckers caring about how you do shit. So I'm just saying, you got to be realistic. You can't play this, it's just me shit. Well, she bounced.
Yeah.
I know she's having a little difficult
connection,
though. But I feel what she's saying because she's I like when people have like a a other-sided kind of argument, because you need that so you can make sure that you're thinking correctly, bro. Because
Yeah.
you don't want to just be damning people. And people are different. People are human. People do shit. But at the same time, you have to make sure you're not fucking crazy. Oh, she's drinking piss. Maybe I should do it. What the fuck am I not doing it? You know what I mean? There's got to be a common kind of understanding between this is reasonable and this is fucking a little bit out there.
I mean, this
That
is a
ain't
man
never
who
gonna
came out
happen.
saying he was eating booty and stuff like that. So, like,
Saying.
at some point, there was like, there's really no line of separation once he said, you know,
Bruh.
there was no limit to his bounds.
Yo,
And I think-
I'm just saying. Hold on.
You made a good point. I mean, when we think about people in the public eye in general, especially if you're an entertainer,
Right.
your entire job is based off of perception. So as soon as that one diehard fan, Will Smith fan, found out, or Kevin Gates, whoever drinking pee, like as soon as they found out, they did change their perspective. So like when you are in the public eye,
I don't know what's going on with me today.
Tanya's back. Tanya, you good?
I think so. I don't. It's raining over here. I don't
Yeah.
know what's up.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I just wanted to say something really quick. You guys
Yeah,
do
go ahead,
know
Tanya.
that most of the stuff that's leaked out is leaked out on purpose, and negative
Mhm.
attention gets them what they
Attention.
want to. I just want y'all to know the entertainment field. Most of the stuff that that's talked about, they want it out. Just that part. Be quiet now.
Yeah, you're very true. You're very true. And Jay, like you were saying, here's another topic. Like we were saying, Harris is about to come in. Tanya, please fix your internet. 'Cause I want you here when Harris is here, yo.
Yeah.
I need you here
See
when
if you
Harris
can
is
connect.
here.
Can you connect your cell phone?
Please.
I will. Okay, I'll come on.
All right.
I don't know what's going on today.
Yeah, definitely.
Nah,
do
it's
that.
cool. Yeah, shit happens, man. Shit happens all the time. But like Jay, like you were saying, the other story that came out recently, like what Tanya just said, motherfuckers do shit for attention. I definitely think this is up there. But old girl from 3LW. I wish I had these things. I didn't know I was gonna talk about this. But old girl from 3LW came out saying whatever the one is, I'll find her. We talk about it. But saying, oh, she let B2K run a fucking
Consistently
train on her.
run a train on her.
Just constantly. And who knew that was happening, right? I'll be real with you. Hey, listen, I'm an asshole, right? She wasn't even the prettiest one in the group.
well, that's
Hey, fuck it.
Hey, listen. What wasn't their top song called "No More"?
I guess one more was a better one. One more,
Just more.
3 more. But
and honestly, it makes me scared to like if they really out here intentionally putting out shit that is really gonna have people looking at you. Because listen, and we were talking about this. Sex is one of those things where it's definitely up to the person, but there's a general like okay line in America for what sex should look like. So when you start tipping on that other side, these people gonna look at you like
be real, exactly. Like just like you said it absolutely right, yo. There people. You want to have this conversation about, oh, what is this and what is that and blah, 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 blah. Why is that not? Yo, listen, there's a generalized understanding between people. You go outside with your shirt on, your shoes on, your pants on, you normal, motherfucker. Yeah. But you go outside and it's snowing and you got a bathing suit on. Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with this person?
Lock him up in the nut house instantly.
There's a reason for it. You know what I'm saying? It's a reason for that shit, yo. Here goes, here we go, right here. Hold on, let me share the screen. I'll show you guys. So this is what came out recently about Miss whatever over here. Come on, y'all.
See, look, she did all that. He still can't remember her name. So she did that for what?
I'm telling you, right? So 3LW, Kylie Williams. Yeah, her. So she let all of them run up in her. And I guess it was multiple times. And she said this shit where? On a podcast. See? Like we were just discussing. Why is everybody coming out saying this stuff? You know why? Because there's so many platforms available for people to speak. Like I said, I had Tommy Chong on my thing. Yeah. Tommy Chong on my show told the story of how he met Cheech. I didn't even know that Tommy Chong was signed to fucking Motown, had an album, had a record, and was touring with fucking Motown in Canada. I had no idea that shit happened. But on my show, I'm pretty sure there was a lot of other people who saw it, never knew that shit happened.
Bingo.
Because it was a platform. It's crazy, man. It's like, it's these people are coming out and they're saying all of this stuff because they can now, yo. There's so many things that you can do. Before you had what? Arsenio Hall, you had Jay Leno, you had fucking David Letterman. That was the talk. Johnny Carson,
Conan O'Brien,
Conan O'Brien. That's what you had before, but now you have these platforms of just us. It's just regular people. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking crazy.
And for the celebrities, it's they, you know, they celebrity friends, they friends that's trying to come up. So they feel they get that false sense of, you know, like when you with your people, you feel like you can share things, you can be vulnerable, you can share your secrets.
Yes.
But you're on a podcast where other people are going to hear it. And again, if this is the way your cookie crumble and you like it, hey, you like it, I love it. However, you can't be upset when people like
start talking about you.
Hey, piss crap, like you want to cut? You know, I'm like, why you? If you put your business out there, just you better monopolize off of that shit now. Go ahead and make it.
All right, yo, check it out, guys. Listen, this is gonna be the biggest room we've had so far. So we're gonna try to keep orders, let everybody talk and stuff like that. Yo, coming into the studio live on the line, he's back. Yo, it's your boy, Mr. Harris is Drinking Again podcast. He back, yo. Harry, what's good, brother?
It's good, Harry.
How's everybody doing, man?
All right, bro. What's going on?
We're glad to have you back, man. Glad to have you back.
Hey, thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it, man.
Always. I'm gonna bring Latanya back in here too. This is Latanya Michelle. We're gonna introduce everybody. So we got Latanya. There we go. Okay, then we got Latanya in here. Latanya, this is Harris's Drinking Again podcast. Latanya Michelle. This is Honestly Helen's podcast. And you know DJ Steady, because we family and shit already. We already know each other. Yo, I love you guys. Yo, thank you guys so much for coming on the show once again. Harris, you joining the squad when we over here talking about celebrities and their secret life. You ain't get a chance to talk about that shit with us last week. We kind of continuing it. But
yeah, I was listening last week, man. I was trying to chime in on the Kevin Gates, man. Leave Kevin Gates alone, man. You know.
Drinking piss.
A little golden shower from time to time never hurt nobody. It's
when you drinking it. You want it on you, all right? When you drinking that shit, yeah, you might have to talk to somebody.
Do you have to swallow? Is that considered drinking? Because I've had some squirters just gush in the mouth.
Me too.
It's like it still goes down the back of the throat a little bit. You get that little sour, thing in the back of your tongue. But
that's not the same thing.
I'm saying that's different though, bro. It's different. Drinking that shit and it entering totally different.
If he's doing that, he's on some crazy shit. I don't.
And
that's what Helen said. Yeah, that's what
totally
Helen said. She was like, if he's getting a cup and getting pissed and having the fucking girl squat under it like she's taking a pregnancy test or a drug test and then drinking that shit, it's another story for sure. But yeah, we were talking about Kevin Gates. We were talking about Kevin Gates last week, but we got new shit now. We was just talking about the 3LW fucking
Kylie
B2K,
Williams,
all of them. Kylie Williams, yeah. What you heard about that, Harris?
No.
Oh wow.
I'm slow on that one this week. The Three Little Women group.
Yeah, remember that? I'll share it again because you guys weren't here for it. But she was over there. She admitted on a recent podcast, and this kind of goes together with everything that we've been talking about so far as far as us being like influencers and different things like that or whatever. But she was over there letting them all up in her. Look at the headline: 3LW's Kylie Williams, I bump 75%.
Right.
Them news reporters are assholes.
Right.
But yeah, man, she was over here smashing them up, yo. And it's crazy because I never would have thought of that.
Well, so if we're bringing up B2K, I mean, we know about Raz B and them being sexually molested by Chris. What's that piece?
Chris Stokes.
He's never been called out to the fire. Where the hell is his trial and jury? And where's the surviving Chris Stokes documentary?
No, he this color. He good.
Is that a valid point? So Helen, so what you just said, just to make sure we understand, you saying because Chris Stokes is light, you think that's why they're not talking about?
No, he's white. Chris Stokes is white, ain't he?
Chris Stokes
is black.
No, Chris Stokes is black.
Yeah, Chris Stokes is black.
He's black.
But he is light.
He's light. Yeah, he's like me, and he's like well, all of us really. Shit.
No.
We all light this motherfucker.
Shit, I'm the darkest one.
You used to be the light-skinned person in the room, huh?
Yeah, right. We all light now. I've been in the house for a year. I'm fucking light as hell.
I was saying if it was I'm thinking of the older white guy that just got caught touching on all these girls, and you don't hear shit about him. And I'm saying white men in media can rape and fuck and defile anybody, and they get to have a job still. But that's not what we're talking about here.
Ron
White
DMC.
America.
Who is okay? What's Ron DMC's brother?
Russell Simmons.
Russell Simmons got away with it. He just left the country.
No, for real. What? I didn't even hear about that.
That's
What
right.
did he do?
When all that stuff went down or whatever, he had some people come and said that he was messing with them and everything and stuff like that. And so he ended up leaving the country.
He ain't been back since. They say
I didn't even hear about that. That's crazy.
I didn't hear about that shit.
Yo, it's not necessarily the white. It's people with money.
People
It's
with
everybody,
money.
yeah.
It's money,
It's
yeah.
people with
Like
money.
Ralph Cuban Jr. got caught up in something, and then
Yeah.
they flipped the switch on Russell. Yeah.
People
damn,
with
I didn't know this
money.
part of that.
I
Yeah.
agree with that. People with
Yeah.
money.
People in power. Let's be real. It's been
Yeah.
people in any kind of influencing situation where you have an ability to say, "Hey, little kid, you want the candy and shit?" It's that same fucking mentality. You want the TV show, you want the song, you want the art, you want the album. Like it's that, and it sucks because once again, we're talking different time period, and I'm not saying anything is justified or whatever, but I'm saying that. Now you can't do that shit. You can't even say nothing fucking now. You feel me? Like you can't say something wrong. I can't get on here and talk shit about Lizzo and be, oh, that big bitch fucking eating sandwiches tomorrow. If I said that shit and I had any kind of like really established name, they can my ass. You feel me? Just for that. But back in the day, they didn't have that immediate fucking attention. Like they didn't have that immediate reaction to their actions. And that's why so much shit happened. And now we're learning about it because we have all these platforms available to speak, and people are coming out the fucking woodwork. Like, yeah, when I was 6, I'm fucking 85 now, but when I
Bill
was
Cosby.
7, Bill Cosby, right? It's crazy, man. People you wouldn't even think. And Tanya, like we were talking about before, like Bill Cosby is another fucking prime example. Mr. Jello Pudding and shit, and watching him for years, the dad of America. But he was over there drugging women and raping them.
So can we talk about that? See, I don't need to be on this show, y'all.
Yeah, because me and you probably gonna be on the
always-
same fucking page, Latanya.
What? You believe him? You
I
don't.
I like her already, but because I
do it.
Bullshit too. I'm questioning the bullshit.
I got the bullshit with him. I got bullshit with R. Kelly. Y'all don't need me because I'm like,
Yeah.
that don't even make sense.
Free Kells.
Okay.
No, fuck that. Now, R. Kelly, wild, bro. I
Free
believe
R. Kelly.
everything of R.
and put
Kelly
his-
ass.
Yes, free his ass and put
Free
him,
R.
get
Kelly.
him the help that he fucking needs. That's the problem. Y'all, what? Nobody was tripping off him when he was getting molested and all that stuff. That shit.
That's true too.
That's the
That's
rule
true,
of
too.
most black.
Don't fucking
that's
free
so-
him, but that's true.
And those girls, mamas and daddies, was not really tripping when they was taking that money.
Exactly.
So
No, they weren't.
come on,
No, they
let's be
weren't.
real.
Yeah. Doesn't mean he shouldn't suffer for it though. You're absolutely right, but it doesn't mean that he shouldn't fucking suffer. I don't give a fuck.
How many
Yeah,
girls?
shit happened. Let's be real.
How many of them young teenage girls, 11, 12, 12th grade and stuff, is dating these older men, throwing themselves at these older men and everything and stuff, and then want to play innocent? Your daughter was the one being the hoe and the slut.
She was.
Mm-hmm.
But the
Passing
fact
around
is,
fake
you
IDs
can't.
and stuff
The
during
fact
that era.
is, yeah, you can't. But that's why we have to be responsible adults for the fucking adolescents who don't know no better about doing shit. Especially when you got some goofy ass parents that ain't taking care of you and teaching you not to do shit like that. So we can't blame the children because the adults are being fucking animals. You have to make sure you're giving the responsibility to the person that needs to accept it. If
Her
I beat
kid-
up a kid, listen,
Their
hold on, wait.
parents, their
Listen,
parents
Tanya,
took them to
Tanya.
R. Kelly. Their parents
Yeah,
put
yeah,
them in a
they did.
situation
Co-signed
of
on
R.
that
Kelly.
shit.
But R. Kelly did what he did after that. So
He definitely
regardless
was
of the
wrong
case,
for it.
He was
regardless of the
wrong for
case-
that,
But
but everybody else needs
Two
to go
wrongs
down
don't make
too.
a right.
Yeah, yo,
They
no,
both
I
was
absolutely agree with that. Everybody else should go down.
So they-
Aaliyah's
exactly.
fucking parents. Oh, everybody in those situations should definitely go down too. But I'm just saying, we're not going to overhear on some, oh, R. Kelly's the victim. Fuck that. R. Kelly made his decisions like the Harvey Weinsteins and everybody else. Them motherfuckers wanted to do what they wanted to do as they did it. And they made the decisions. People, numerous amounts of people that came out, regardless of whatever your history was. I understand. When I was little, my dad shot somebody in the face. So I grew up and shot somebody in the face. What am I going to say? Oh, arrest his dad. Let him go. Fuck that, man. Nah, you did something. Sorry about your upbringing, but you got to fucking pay the penalties as well, man. Like, it's got to be realistic, yo. It's got to be realistic. I don't give a fuck who you are, color. I don't care about none of that shit. That's why I don't give a fuck about all the racism conversations to a degree, because that's all that's ever fucking talked about. Race. What race was it? Was he white? Was he black? We just talking about Chris Stokes, fucking B2K. But we were trying to figure out if he was white or black. Why? He was fucking B2K, right? You feel me? Like, why are we worrying about the skin color? The problem is these motherfuckers is doing whatever they want, and then we over here trying to justify it like, oh, they're probably lying because he's black. Nah, I'm not saying anybody said that, but I'm just saying it is something that people will fucking say. And it's just, I don't know, bro. It's, like we said, real talk. Like, I'm just being honest. I don't give a fuck, man.
I just don't like that. You know, the documentary, and you know, Kelly's one of those cats that you've been hearing the rumors since back in the day. They say we pull up at McDonald's and shit. So he's a piece of shit for sure. But because, you know, I like all of us here are brainwashed by his music. My personal favorite is TP2.com. I still
for real. I'll listen to it too. I'll be real.
Listen.
I like you.
Oh yeah, I knew y'all was gonna fuck around. I knew y'all like each other. And
I was just watching some Vlad TV shit, and I just found out that R. Kelly wrote damn hit for Michael
Man in the Mirror.
Man in the Mirror.
The other one.
Shit, I didn't know
the other one. You Are Not Alone. R. Kelly wrote You Are Not Alone. I didn't even know that shit.
I didn't know that either. I didn't know Man in the Mirror either.
He's wrote hits.
He's wrote so many songs for everybody.
I'm over here like, man, you know, I'm listening to Michael. You are not alone. I don't want to butcher it, but then you know, it's R. Kelly. But it sucks that he kind of got persecuted in the public, you know, long before the trial or anything. And it's like, why can't we call out some of these other individuals the same?
Yeah,
you all right? Take your
I feel you there.
You know,
That's how I feel.
I feel y'all there. Yeah, for sure. It is an injustice, no matter how you look at it. In a lot of cases, you're definitely right about that. I'm not blind, like, you know, I definitely understand that too. I just definitely want to make sure, because you hear about it. I remember when I was hearing this shit with Bill Cosby, even before that shit went public, because I'm a fan of stand-up comedy. I've been a fan of stand-up comedy forever, and people were always talking about that shit, man.
See, so why can't you talk about that? Like, how
Bill
come
Cosby?
these conversations have happened for so long, but nobody did nothing until
Exactly why he shouldn't be fucking penalized like he is.
What? Hold on, wait. What did you say, Jay? You said exactly why he shouldn't be
penalized like he is. Definitely penalized.
So if you found out, listen. So if you found out that, that's the shit I'm talking about right there. So if you found out that R. Kelly, or not R. Kelly, Bill Cosby was fucking your, you know, aunt or something like that or whatever, in a situation or whatever, 10 years ago, drugging her and raping her or whatever, and you just found out now because of whatever reason, who's going to say that when you become a victim or something tragic like that happens to you, that you're just going to be the most talkative person in the fucking planet and decide to talk about it until something triggers something, and then something happens and you're like, holy shit, I can't believe this happened to me. You know what? I'm not holding on to this anymore. Your therapy session, you had a fucking breakthrough. And now all of a sudden you're coming out and you're like, yo, listen, this is what happened to me. This is my thing that happened. And you're public with it, and you're not staying quiet no more. And that's your fucking strength that you had to build for however long it took you. Everybody's different.
What official proof do they have?
They came back and said they lied.
Well, oh yeah, that's the
Exactly.
Not everybody.
But listen,
not everybody. Some of them were bullshit.
Same thing for Deshaun Watson, NFL quarterback, plays for the Cleveland Browns. One woman came out and said that he raped her. All of a sudden, 10 after.
It seems every time they're trying to do like a power move, they talked about Bill Cosby, NBC, Michael Jackson,
I remember that too.
all the masters in the industry. He said Tommy Mottola was the devil. Like every time these cats are making some sort of power move or business move, this bullshit kicks off.
Shut them down.
Yeah, y'all absolutely right. But listen, check it out. This is the reason why though. But this is the part that we got to understand. It's not like these motherfuckers is making the decisions to say, oh, get him in some shit. At least not all the time, I don't think. This is the same shit with the Jeffrey Epstein shit. They always have that shit. That's why they have those parties and shit where the celebrities go and they do the fucking circle in the black eye because they fuck them dudes and shit like that. And then they got that shit on you. That's the form of control. That's what they were doing with Bill Clinton. That's what they were doing with everybody. So like you would say, Harris, when you do fuck up and you veer off the path that you're supposed to be on from whoever the fuck is guiding the car, then they hit you with your, oh, you want to do that? Well, I thought you remember this, and then bam. And who the fuck knows what the situation is? That don't make you guilty. That just means you fucked up, and that blackmail they had on your ass is now out in the fucking public. Well, I don't know what happened. Why are these bitches coming out the woodwork? Because they was always there, and that money was keeping them silent. But when motherfuckers said, "Okay, I need you to act like this," maybe it is some lies. Maybe there probably is. We don't know the whole story of shit. We're just watching from the furthest fucking window across America. But at the same time, let's be real. Nothing happened. Oh, come on, bro. Nothing.
But Bill Cosby is no different than any other party that she went with. Oh gosh,
exactly.
I just this people go to parties, and I'm not making up no excuses or anything. Rape is rape or whatever and stuff like that. But my question is to these women. Like, why was you going to make these booty calls anyway? Because you're going late at night and everything, knowing that that's what. Don't get. You know what? I'm not, because back in the days, that's what the parties consist of: drugs and alcohol. Drugs and alcohol. They was worse than we are now because it was all on the table. It was easy for them. They're celebrities. People hand that to them. How do they know it was Bill that did it? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I mean, yeah.
I'm sorry.
I mean, maybe, but.
Me and you on the same page, Tanya.
That's why he's not locked up now.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, it sucks, you know, that Hugh Hefner and a lot of these guys aren't here. But how come they never got their day? I mean, the stories of the women that got, I think it was, who was it? Dick Reagan. So one of those cats was saying Bill Cosby learned the tricks of the trade from Hugh Hefner. Right. From some of these other.
All the old fucking freaks.
They get, you know, picked out of the bunch, you know, to go down for the rest of them, man. Hey, you guys think that Robert Kelly is protecting some industry gatekeepers?
Yeah, the same person that released this album a few months back, the supposed ex-manager released this album, and he's telling all his truths on this album. As soon as the media picked up that album's out and it was speaking the truth, they had to silence that because he's going for his appeal that would have proved him innocent of the situation. Again, I don't condone what he did, but accountability seems to be the subject of the matter. Because, you know what I'm saying? I've listened to an interview with Nora on Drink Champs, and he was like, I was in the studio with Kels, and there's bump beds, and you're still equally guilty because you're trying to get a hot track to keep you relevant instead of saying, yo, my man, this shouldn't be taking place. So you gotta tell you everybody in the industry ain't friends. It's competition.
Nah, it is
just like his wife. You gonna tell me you wasn't in the house? You said he was doing.
You knew what was going on.
Come on.
Exactly.
Why ain't she locked up?
She's locked the fuck up too. Same shit.
You see, Jay-Z tries to keep his. They have the best of both worlds tour and shit like that. R. Kelly and Jay-Z, and I've seen a few other interviews like that where Cats is like, you know, man, he was doing this, you know, weird stuff this whole time. And it's like, what was that saying? Silence. If you're silent, you're like co-signing. So, I don't know what the exact word is.
I know what you're referring to.
Yeah, you're right.
If you stay silent, that's an act of guilt, some shit.
It is the same. It is the same kind of thing. Like I said, just to kind of spin everything back around, it's almost like what we were talking about earlier about influencing and stuff like that or whatever. When you're held at a point of accountability, which you are if you're seeing some shit happen or you're directing some shit to happen. I mean, you can't make you're not doing it, but you're also not you're not in a place where you're helping it at the same. And if you are influencing some shit, you know, just like somebody trying to kill somebody, hey, my husband, I hate him. I wish somebody would just fucking shoot him in the face. And you talking to somebody, you know, damn well likes you, this or whatever. And then motherfucker go and do it. I mean, you will go to jail for that shit. Conspiracy, whatever the fuck they call it, like, right. And there's a reason for it because you are enticing a situation, and it does suck because if you just say, I hate my husband, I wish somebody would just shoot him, and you in a bar, and then he goes fucking shoot him, it's a possibility you get locked up for that shit, man. That's why you got to
premeditated be careful, because you made this allegation. Technically,
crazy.
it falls under premeditated.
It's crazy how shit goes down. But like you guys are all saying, I didn't even know we were gonna talk about this, but it's interesting conversation because yeah, it's I think the understanding is, once again, you know, these old motherfuckers, all these people back in the day, we finding out like just how wild it was. You know, people and still is, but definitely was. You were hearing Corey Feldman talk about that shit. He's been, I mean, that motherfucker been trying to preach what's been happening to him his whole life, damn near. But you know, it's just really crazy and unfortunate that, you know, these people in power for so long have corrupted, you know, everything from politics to media to entertainment. I mean, everything is fucking corrupted.
That's intentional. The people, especially, I think, well, my opinion is that, especially when it comes to the entertainment industry, it is intentionally set up that this shit is corrupt. Because if we start actually hearing some shit and paying attention, the people in power are not going to be in power no more. And they're not trying to fucking lose. That's it. All the people that like own the rights to these white men, that's benefiting off of black rap. And you don't even fucking like black people.
There you go.
So we start like saying some shit and exposing, they're not gonna have none of that. So
I pull out that tape of you fucking P. Diddy, and then they go,
don't forget the sports.
Oh yeah, sports too.
Because listen,
man.
I don't watch sports, y'all. Thank you for saying that, Latanya. But ever since this whole Colin Kaepernick thing, I'm even more against watching football. Yeah. And if I'm gonna be a buck, it grinds my fucking gears how fast y'all niggas flocked to fucking football. Like, didn't even really stand with my guy. Y'all like, oh, I'm like, y'all niggas is whack, really, y'all. Really, we can't even.
I didn't give a fuck about Colin Kaepernick.
You know what?
I'm not pledging. I was like, listen, motherfucker, I don't care. I don't care to pledge either. I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
I did. I did. And what's sad is too, it's not just with Colin. There's a lot of situations that if our brothers would have stuck together, things would have changed. But we're living in a time where people don't understand the power of Black people coming together, because they can make a difference, because we make the entertainment fit. We make sports. We are the ones that makes people watch these things. You know what I mean? So, but everybody's for their own self. So it is what it is.
I kind of think Colin Kaepernick was a psyop. I think he was a puppet or he was a plant. He got paid as a master of disruption and chaos during that.
I can see it.
That was some bullshit, because you don't hear nothing from him now
at all.
Exactly.
And this
dude, that man.
Sometimes people do shit for the
clout,
yo. For the clout, I'm telling you.
And I can agree with that. I still have an issue with the fact, the underlying principle of what, even if it was a psyop move, like the fact that he was trying to draw attention to Black people, just paying attention to the fucking violence at the police force and really just trying to make that shit be known. Like, that's what I don't get, why we really didn't rally behind and really keep that conversation. You might be right. It might have been a setup, possibly. But that was a Black man on a public platform that was like, yo, I'm finna let myself be the slaughtering goat. And we didn't even take the opportunity to do nothing with it. We just like, it was cute. So
it's a time and place for everything.
That is true. That's true.
Wasn't the right time, and damn sure wasn't the right place.
It's interesting, man.
And sometimes Black people love to protest, but once they get the attention, they don't know what they want to tell them. Exactly. So it's like, why are we protesting again? Because what do we want?
People protest with emotion. People protest with emotion.
Y'all can stop the
not a plan.
Can stop the highway and the traffic, but when you do it, when we get their attention and they ask you what you want, you don't even know, because y'all ain't came together. Y'all just came together to protest. It don't make sense.
That's also not, it's not like, nobody's definitely, in my opinion, nobody's also at fault for that, because sometimes when shit is happening, like especially crazy shit, like, you know, with the cops shit or whatever, you know, injustice, sometimes people just want to make noise, man, especially if they don't really know what to do. You know what I'm saying? You ain't been in a frustrated situation where you're like, yo, your fucking car broke down. You don't know how to fix that shit. You're like, oh, I gotta go to fucking work. And you want somebody to hear you, want somebody to help you, but you don't know how to make it happen. So it's difficult in different situations, man. So I do understand why people do it. I'm not a fan of the everybody protest. We just was talking about it a minute ago in Atlanta. We just had a fucking whole incident down here last night. Jay was right there. What were What were they protesting again? I don't fucking know anymore. Protest every 4
I know what it was.
Where cop killed somebody.
Right. Yeah, Tanya, you down here too.
Oh, the BLM cousin,
Yeah.
that guy that got killed.
Yeah,
I think it was that.
yeah.
Yeah.
The cousin.
And the crazy shit about it is, out of the 6 people that were arrested, I think it was 6 people that were arrested, only one of them were from Atlanta.
That's normally how it is.
People like chaos, man. People like fucking chaos, yo.
They do.
Hey, you guys, I have to leave y'all. I got something that I have to do.
All right, Tanya. Thank you
Be
so much for
good.
coming back on. You fought to get on today. We really
I
appreciate it.
tried. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
You
did.
did. No, it was cool.
All right, you guys take care and have an amazing week.
You as well.
Okay, bye.
All right. Be
Take it
good.
easy, Tanya. All right, cool. Yo, but listen, that is, I mean, it's very interesting, bro. It's like real interesting. That's why I wanted her to come on. I like, because she got a different mentality. And Harris, I wanted you to come on her too, because I know you had a different mentality. So I was like, it's fucking wonderful. Helen, also, thank you. I know we was just on a show before this.
Yeah.
I was jumping. But yeah, so but just to kind of keep going, like, you know, it's very interesting. I didn't think we were gonna talk about any of this shit, but that's why I love this live and line shit. I love just being live. But yeah, go ahead, bro.
I make a it's a hypothetical, whatever. But let's say if Colin Kaepernick would have, instead of doing it in the name of what technically is white cops killing black men, how come we can't get that same intensity when it's
But
just
we killing each other.
exactly?
It won't happen.
When you know, if Lil Pookie and Peanut, you know, kill each other across town. I mean, or another one like this Shaquilla Robinson, right? You know, getting jumped by our own friends and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And you would think there'd be more uproar within the black community, within mostly, of course, the black community, because it happened amongst a black woman and her friends. And this is something that just got swept under the rug, bro. And that story is actually so vicious and vile.
Yeah.
That's exactly why I would
Really
never
fucked
walk
up.
with them motherfuckers.
I mean, that's not why I wouldn't walk with them, but I mean,
Listen,
it's just it's fucking hard to
we
explain,
hurt one
man.
another more than we fucking help one another.
We definitely do, but let's be real. Let's be real. I mean, that's because we deal with each other more than we deal with others as well.
Not
Let's be
true.
honest, though.
Not true.
Not true.
No.
So you're telling me that in most situations, like we were just discussing, like in sports and, you know, in movies and stuff like that, you don't think black actors and stuff like that stick together, or at least, you know, how to hang out together and do things together and be together? You don't think when we go to our neighborhoods, we're together? It's no segregation. You can cross the line, but for the most part, common motherfucking people stick together, bro. That's usually how it always is. I mean, I was gonna bring a crazy example of if a fucking, you know, lion kills another lion, you know what I'm saying? That's their pack. They're gonna fight. They're gonna do it, and the whole lions in the fucking America aren't gonna come together and fight all the lions and shit. But if a hyena comes into the pack and tries to fucking attack a lion, you can forget about it. You fucking I think it's the same kind of mentality.
No, I
man.
understand what you're saying.
If somebody comes into our shit, yeah, we fight, and it's a problem. There's no doubt about it. It's a problem. But if somebody comes into our shit, you know, somebody comes, we fight each other in the house, we beating each other's ass and shit like that in our house to our people, with our people, it's a problem. But we can fix our shit. But somebody else come in our shit and you fucking now we got a fucking problem. Especially like a cop. You supposed to be protecting motherfuckers. Now we got a problem.
I have an opinion. But before I say, I do want to say, like, I feel like the issue with us not going rah for each other when it's minority on minority crime is, I don't know how people feel about it, but this is my personal opinion.
No, give it.
America is built on achieving the American dream, right? And the American dream is more than likely based on white America. And what I mean by that is most opportunities come to white America. White Americans have it easier. They have more access and more resources, or at least you don't have as many obstacles in your way. So we were brought, you know, we were brainwashed, we became slaves, we became property, and we have been striving to get out of that. We have been striving to be our own people. We've been striving to be ourselves, to rebuild, to stand out. However, I think along that way, we have been brainwashed that we also want this American dream, which to me relates to white America. So we don't go bad on each other. We don't like blow the whistle when it's on us, because if we can tear somebody down to get one step ahead, we've kind of been brainwashed. That's what we need to do. Whoever gets to white man's closest or the fastest, you made it. You know, you become a black lawyer, your family think you to come up. You got all the coins, you gonna
You're
rub
right
right
about
up.
that.
You become a doctor, you to fucking come up in your family. So I feel like we don't go rah because low key, if we're not mindful enough about helping each other, we're our own competition. Because you had the house Negro and the field Negro. We all trying to be house Negroes. You know what I'm saying?
Woo, you sound like a Paul Mooney shit right now.
I feel like
Got it
it's
right.
on one end it's that, and then on the other end, somebody had said a few years ago, it's not really black on black or Hispanic crime because we were all put into close proximity. Everybody that's poor is normally a minority. It can't be black on black when my neighbor is black. I ain't got nobody else to kill but my black neighbor. So I feel like when that came into my mind, I just started thinking about our crime against each other a little differently because to that point, yeah, I'm gonna kill my brother, but we all in the slums together. Ain't no white boys in the slums with me. It's normally black people, Hispanic people, minorities. So that's like a new concept. So I'm still like marinating.
No. That's a hell of a new concept. Yeah, because I mean, you literally just spoke. That was like the same kind of reasons why they were saying, like, you know, and this is just like, you know, topic, you know, opinionated. But that's the same reason people say, like, you know, why does, you know, black people get rich and buy fucking chains and cars and, you know, shit like that or whatever? It's because it's an example of oppression or, you know, whatever. We were held down. We're not supposed to have that shit. So it's the glorification of, oh, look at me, I can have that now. You know what I'm saying? That's why white people get rich and they fucking wear the same dusty ass sneakers the rest of their life. It doesn't matter. They don't have anything to establish. They're already established. We're trying to establish because of our history and our past, especially in this country. So it is you're fucking completely like I'm on board everything you said because it is true, man. And Harris, like you said, like with the Colin Kaepernick thing, like it's difficult when it comes to media, man, because I sound like I'm contradicting myself with the influence, because you can look at it both ways. Colin Kaepernick was standing and saying, hey, I'm a public figure and I want people to see me and respect me and follow me for this good message that I'm trying to deliver. But because there's so much corruption, it's hard to get that good fucking message because he could just be doing it because he wants more fucking Facebook followers.
Yeah.
It sucks, man, but it's real. Like, it's true. You feel me? Like, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. But yo, it's a good conversation. Really good conversation.
How come there was one athlete that like spoke up and tweeted about Shaquille Robinson or about, you know, some? It seems like a lot of these are pick and choose, or I feel like they have people in their ear, you know, that will get in there. Hey, LeBron, you know, you know, this one's going viral, man. I think it'll be really great if you send something about this. And then other issues, they'll be like, hey, man, you know, I know that, you know, brother just got killed.
Stay away.
You know, the kid. And it's like, man, why can't these cats have their own damn voice? When they try to, I fuck with Kyrie just off the basis of I fuck with Kyrie, doing something. You know what I mean? He's at least seems like an aware brother, and he's anti-vax.
There you go. So am I.
Yeah.
I ain't never getting that shit. Yo.
And the motherfucker went to school where we grew up at.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he went to St. Anthony's.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh shit, I used to be up in St. Anthony's on some ass. I was all over St. Anthony. Yo, all right, listen, guys, we're gonna switch topics real quick. That was a really good conversation. I got something for y'all. Tell me what y'all think about this video right here. It's something that I saw, and I was saying to myself, this is how motherfuckers get down. We're gonna talk about this a little bit. I got my whole shit up here. I hope I don't got nothing on here. All right, check out this video, guys. Hope you guys can see it. Everybody see it?
Yeah.
Can't really see it too much.
I see something up there. X videos, swinger.
Listen,
okay.
No shame in my game. All right, so you're looking at this video. I don't think it had no sound. I don't want to play no music. I don't give a fuck about it.
Who is it? I just seen Michael B. Jordan.
For the streets.
Lori Harvey. Yeah, Lori Harvey. This is Steve Harvey's daughter. All right, she's been pretty popular in this. So y'all saw the clip. Sorry, it's not a better clip or whatever, but that's Steve Harvey's daughter. Now, fucking beautiful girl, man. We're gonna talk on this topic a little bit. This is what interested me or whatever. She's been getting talked about a lot recently. I don't know why, but I'm starting to see some stuff about her. So apparently she was dating Michael B. Jordan, and you know, he's a pretty, you know, hot topic guy. Everybody's always talking about him, trying to compare himself to him and stuff like that or whatever. And this video is showing in the pictures this guy, who's this dark guy, He's dating her now. They broke up. Michael Jordan. It wasn't even that long ago. I'm pretty sure. Wasn't that long ago that they broke up. But this nigga's all over. And you see in the pictures, almost every fucking picture with Michael B. Jordan and him chilling, laughing, talking to different people. Now he fucking up. So I kind of wanted to discuss this topic or whatever. Now I know celebrities is a little different, and I want to talk about all this shit. But how do y'all feel about that? How y'all feel about sharing the women in your circle? And Helen, that's why I'm so happy you're here, because I really need a woman's opinion on this. All right, we're gonna start with Jay. Jay, how do you feel about? And this is gonna be you better not say no stupid shit, because we ain't never shared nothing. But go ahead. How do you feel about, like, friends dating friends, or whatever you want to call it?
Friends dating friends, or
I'm your friend. I got a girlfriend, and then I break up with her and you date her. How you feel?
We never did that. That's against brother code. We never. Okay. We never did that. I would never do that.
Yeah. To anybody? Me, I'm a different story. I'm your best friend.
Any one of my people's family, I wouldn't do that. We never did that. Yeah.
Is there anybody that you might do it for?
What do you mean by that?
Anybody that's a friend that you can go to work and say, "Hey, John, we talk about football every time I go to work," but he's got a banging bitch he go out with, and he just broke with her yesterday.
That's not my people's.
You went to Lana McDonald's. Like,
that's not my people's. No, I said, as long as it's not my people's or family, I wouldn't do it.
All right, cool.
That ain't my people's.
I don't want to go too deep into it. We're gonna go deep into this. All right, let's jump into Harris. I got to go to you last, Hal. I want to get the guys, and then I want to get your difference. All right, Harris. Yeah, Harris is always the best one.
It's not my people's. I wouldn't.
For me, it's very simple. If we're dating, if I'm claiming a woman, I ain't with that, man. I'm very territorial, very what's mine is mine. Yeah. Of course, as men, we run trains, right? So if it's established that
exactly
just a piece to run a little something on, and I've been a couple situations like that. One of them was with my half brother, my half blood brother, and that was actually dope. That concept. Now I look back at it, I wouldn't really be in that sort of situation because I'm older and shit. I was just having fun and everything.
Yeah.
But in the industry, I guess they do it for clout behind the scenes, but I'm too worried about my, I guess, image in a sense, because and women should be too, because who you are attached to kind of gives you that reputation through the industry. Yeah. So I couldn't be out here sharing women like that. And I just want to say real quickly, I don't give a damn about no celebrity broads, man. All these broads is trash. Like most of these women are not hot. And I say with all respect, honestly, Helen, you're very beautiful and you're so easy on the eyes, but you have a glow about yourself, like a natural glow that represents beauty, right? And so for myself, and I would be out here trying to hook up with, not saying that you're average or whatever, but just average, everyday type of women. Yeah. Now, I say that now, but maybe you wouldn't find yourself in those situations and scenarios. But man, if I was rich in the industry, I'd be going out to try to get the women that don't have no track record, no public record.
I feel you.
You know what I mean? I just want you guys,
I feel you. Yeah, I definitely feel you. All right, I'm gonna let Helen go ahead. Helen, share your opinion. I'll just kind of ask it again. We're gonna talk about, like I said, we're gonna talk about this. But how do you feel about friends dating friends? Like, and I say that, and I don't mean like that's my friend. I'm talking about like your girl dating some dude, and she break up with him. You're like, oh, my turn. Like a fucking like you're dancing.
Yeah, like you was just waiting. So I feel like I'm gonna have a little bit of a different opinion than maybe a typical person, because I am a firm believer that there is a pot for every lid, and sometimes your lid get mixed up. My like line in the sand is, if this person that you've been with, I've had emotional, mental, physical, spiritual connection with, it's off limits. But if this is a person that I dated 6 months to a year, and this whole time like bullshit, it's free fucking game in my opinion. Like, bitch, we trying to fuck. What we doing? But if it's like I'm crying. I'm telling you, like, blood, this man got me tripping. Like, I'm over it. And you trying to suck his dick, bitch, I'm about to fight you because you got me fucked up. But if it's just some, like if it's not emotional, there's no impact, then go for it. Because that might be your soulmate. And just because I fucked him, that shouldn't stop you from trying to go down that. If my heart not broken. But if my heart broken, bitch, you better sneaky link like a motherfucker and hope I don't find out.
It's very interesting hearing you say this shit right now. I'll tell you right now. Go ahead, Harris.
And I guess I didn't hear the question in the exact way, but hell no, man. Hey, the bro code is
exactly
certified. Like, yo, I ain't never one of my dogs.
Exactly.
Man.
Hey, I don't give a damn if it's a coworker of even like you might not be my peoples, but even if like you have that homie that you might smoke with for a couple years and y'all like really just fuck with each other talking about some mind shit.
Yeah.
And my baby mamas and shit, bro. I'm not over there plotting like to try to
tell you.
Moms,
exactly.
For real. That's some whole shit. Yeah, for real. Listen, like I gotta ask, Helen, you had a nice perspective, and you shocked me a little bit, but I feel you. But here, I just want to throw a concept out there though.
Do it.
Like you said, you don't mind if it's not somebody you had a strong connection with. It could be this time, it could be a year, and your girl see you dating this dude, and then you break it off with him, and then all of a sudden she fucking with him. You not really caring. Let me ask you though, is that something that has to be established before she starts fucking with him? Because put it this way, you with a guy and you dating them and you doing this or whatever, your girl, she see you. Y'all go to the movies together. She got her date. You got your date, shit like that or whatever. And then you break up with him and she just start fucking dating them. Like, did you establish the fact of like, hey, listen, I don't care about him. I didn't really like him in you know what I'm saying? Like, because then you could be on some jealous shit. Like, yo, this bitch just took my not even some feeling shit, but just some respect shit. Like,
exactly.
This girl just take my fucking.
That's when it comes down to who we call our friends. Because if you my friend, off rip how I feel about this nigga. There's no, I didn't, bitch.
I'm trying to tell you. Yo,
so
to me,
as my friend, what I define as a friend, I'm looking. If I blink the wrong way, bitch, why are you blinking like that? You don't blink like you know me. If you don't know me well enough that you just hop into him, then I need to reassess why the fuck I called you my friend in the first place. There ain't no way you didn't say, yo, Helen, like, I know y'all just broke up, but I've been respectful, but low key, I've always said, bitch, by all means, hey, go for it. But if you couldn't even come to me as a woman, like, because I did suck this man dick. Like, now he's penis. Like, at least just say, hey, girl, I just want you to know. But that goes down to, like, if you my friend, you already know how I felt about anybody. If you not my friend, then I can't be mad at you because, bitch, you don't know what I got going on him anyway. You just on the bystander,
I feel the same way you feel, but I feel like if you my friend, you ain't even trying to fuck with anybody I fuck with.
Yeah.
And listen, like Jay, like you were saying, Harris, like you were saying, I don't feel like there's parameters. I feel like if I'm working with you and we talk every day at work, like I was asking you, Jay, and we talk every day at work, and me and my girl break up, and then you start fucking talking to her, especially if you knew I was going with her while she came to my job bringing me lunch and shit every day, right there, I see you plotting, just fucking putting together how I'm gonna get that. You feel me? Like, you instantly already on my fucking, I'm thinking in my head, this motherfucker been the whole time probably. Who knows? Maybe he's the reason. You feel me? It could be anything. So if you interfere or intermingle in any of them fucking situations where it should not be, I don't agree with it. I'm fully fucking against it. I think that if you friends, you should stay as far away from somebody. You brought up a good point though, Helen. You could be missing out on a potential fucking soulmate, but you want to know something? To me, you lost opportunity. Like, I would never date any of your fucking exes. We're brothers though. Like, I wouldn't date. There's a fucking person that I work with at work or whatever. Hey, I'll talk to him every day about what I like for lunch and shit like that. If I saw his wife and his wife broke up, and it's happened. Actually, this one actually happened. Fucking girl approached me with my baby moms, and I was working at Walmart, and her baby father was working with me, and then she fucking broke up with him and started trying to talk to me. And I was like, nah, I ain't fucking on to none of that shit.
Yeah, definitely.
Bro, I'm just that kind of person, man.
I feel like
that kind of person.
There's validity to that. And I can't sit here and say that I wouldn't probably look at them different, but would I get in my feelings about it? I probably if I didn't care, I'd be like, okay, bitch, you might be a little shit. Like, now I need to watch what I say around you because you might try and fuck the next nigga.
For real.
Yeah.
Like,
That shit matter, right? Yeah,
that
that shit matter, yo.
for sure.
Yo, just
Yeah,
like
that's
for us
crazy.
growing up, as soon as you got somebody, that was yours.
That's it.
Okay, wait, can I
Yeah.
throw this out? So this is a
Please.
real life situation.
Go for it.
Yeah.
If we're around men, so I'm a similar understanding about men and y'all's friendships. Y'all be locked in. So if you have been homies with for a long time, your homie break up with his girl who's been in a relationship for a long time, let's say 4+ years, right? Would you, if your homie is in your ex's DM?
That's a problem.
Yeah.
Okay, so if they in their
Fuck
DMs
nigga
in
shit,
general,
yo.
it's a problem. What if
Yeah, that's a
it's
problem.
Hell yeah.
I'm
Because as
just
soon as her and I get that connection, he and everybody else in my fucking circle know that it's off limits.
How you feeling, Harris? I want to hear Harris's point of view.
Well, I get it. I get what Helen's saying. There is something to that degree. I have something in real life where in my crew of like high school friends, we grew up, we're like 4 or 5 deep. We got like a real tight circle. We've been down like 20 years. But there's a girl within the crew that we've all been friends with since about like 18. 2 of them have smashed her, and I did some things, little, suck the titty, fingered her a little bit, like, when I was 19, never hit, but it's not like a homie hop or anything, it's really cool girl. I know it sounds
Really?
like,
Yeah, I'm about to say. That's a
She must
hard
be
fucking
cool
definition.
as hell.
really not.
I had a
Ice
homie of
cold.
her. She been with almost everybody.
She ice
duck,
cold.
nigga.
Yeah, I mean, well, I guess so. But,
you respect a homie hopper.
Just saying, yeah.
But one of the homies had an established relationship with her. He even went to the pen. She held him down, etc. And they've both since moved on. I believe she's still single. He's definitely moved on. But every time, one of us, the crew, goes through, we hit her up, we smoke, we chill, cooks food, everything, and we just kick it as a unit. Though, I just look at her big ass titties and everything still. I'm like, God damn. But I don't make a move. I'm just sitting there like, I wish.
You could.
I wish just one. I want to. I really do, bro.
Yeah, you could make that move. You just choose not to.
Yes, and he even knows, like, everyone just go, oh yeah, bro, I don't care. She's the homegirl. Like, a lot of her house has always got somebody in and out. You know what I mean? She's just real cool vibe. So there is those scenarios, I guess. What I would say, even though that they had something established for a short period of time in our 20s, they've moved on. But for whatever reason, we've all kind of had our just little connections, with her to where, we're just smoking and chilling.
If he just fucked her, okay. That's different, but they already in a serious relationship.
I'm not with that either, though.
I've never done it. I'm just saying that I would understand more. But if they got something serious going that didn't work out, that's gone.
Yeah, I'm never trying to be.
Yeah.
I'm never one of them
I can't-
sideways people. Like,
I can't do that.
let me look next to my friend got her. Okay, well, when can I get her?
I can't do
I've never
that.
been one of them trained niggas, man. I like what's yours is yours, what's mine is mine, bro. Like,
Yo, can I bring this up too? And maybe Helen, because I want to talk about this. So, as a woman, let's say, for you and Beeline are in together, living together, and me and JD, we all go to a basketball game or something. We come back to the apartment, and you guys go in the room, smash, right? Are you guys advocates of like hearing other people, have sex? You know what I'm saying? Because look, this is one of the things where I don't feel weird about it. Is because even when they were together,
I definitely done it a lot.
Do your thing.
Even when they were together, though, he would like brag about it. They would almost seem like they're putting on a show. We're just be in the living room or something, waiting for them to get done watching the game or something. And so to me, But to me, if I'm really with a woman, and then I didn't think like this when I was younger, but prior to my last relationship, nowadays I don't want nobody hearing me, knocking my boots, man, with my baby.
Yeah. Everything's
I
more.
feel what you're saying.
Yeah, everything's more. I mean, you're older too, though. It's a maturity level, bro. It's like I remember Jay when me and Carlos had a party, and I remember he had that one chick he was dating. I was on the floor. And he's over here smashing the damn brains.
Yeah, we slept in the fucking living room.
But I never would have been like, yo, my turn, tag me in and shit. Like, but it's like you're saying, man. I obviously dealt with that a lot. When I used to go with my girl Sophia, I'm saying names and shit. Right. But I used to fucking go and see a lot of different stuff or whatever, and really be like, okay, but I'll never be in that situation. Like, I'm not trying to, fuck in front of everybody, and it's never been my type, yo.
Like someone you're really, a baby mother or a fiance, someone you're really tight with. So, I wanted opinion
I don't
too.
know, man.
How do you feel? Go on.
If you into voyeurism, hey, I'm here for it. But my mom, so I was raised by a single mom. My mom has been talking to us about sex since I probably could talk. She's just always been open about sex in her house. So to me, sex is very normal. Like, I could talk about it very freely, get down to the nitty-gritty, and it doesn't bother me. And it's funny you even ask this question, because for New Year's, a college girlfriend invited me out. Her dude had just moved there. She's like, so like I would be a third wheel. I'm cool with that. Like, I know how to vibe on my own, that if I go with couples, you don't gotta worry about me. But we in there, music playing, and then the music stopped, and then I just hear them fucking. I was like, damn, y'all not gonna like wait till the music come back on? Y'all just gonna. But it was cool, because I'm here like, you know what? We about to go out. I get it. Get your dick sucked. So you can be happy. I support it. Yeah. What I found interesting about it was I already heard it, but my girlfriend, when they came out, she felt the need to announce it. And then he was there, and instantly I could feel it get uncomfortable. Not that I don't mind talking about it, but at the end of the day, not every man wants to just be talking about y'all sex life. So when you say here, it's like if it's somebody serious, literally like a few days later, old boy slid in my DMs. And I was
That's how it go. That's how it goes.
Like, out here bragging about getting fucked. I think instantly he automatically, if he wasn't already thinking some way about her, that made him switch it. Because even in my head, I was like, bitch, I already heard it. I don't need us to have a conversation about it. Like, it's not that deep. But for him to slide in my DMs next, I thought about that situation. I was like, I wonder if there's any correlation with them fucking while I was there, her coming out and want to talk about it, and me being like, hey, that's y'all business. I'm cool off it. We don't need to kumbaya. And he was like, you know what, let me. So it's interesting you said, I don't mind hearing it, but I don't think if it's somebody serious, I do feel like you're going to have a little more need to want to be private. Because if like y'all, if you connected, sex be different. Y'all out here yelling and screaming and doing all that.
Yeah. It sounded like they wanted you to fucking participate.
Join in, yeah.
That's what it sounded like.
Listen, first of all,
especially with him coming out there, and then the next, I don't think he slid in his shit because he was like, oh, she talked about sex. Now I'm gonna go over to her and try her now. I think he was like, yo, let's see what happens. I don't know, but for that fast to happen, and you just did it on New Year's and stuff like that, he's already sliding his shit
2 or 3 days afterwards. It wasn't like right away, but I just
pretty fast.
That's right away. Shit.
An hour, but
it was the first time I was ever in a situation where I heard somebody fucking. I've done it, like I've done that to my sister, and I felt bad. But I'm also just again, sex to me is normal. So sorry to disrespect you, but also I don't know. It just was. She just was like, "Girl, my pussy hurt," and I was like, "All right, go ice it." I don't know.
Like she was trying. They was trying to have that 3 shit going.
I love hearing other people have sex. Like, I think I brought this up on one of our shows. Like, if I live next door in an apartment with somebody and I hear some fucking, oh man,
exciting, isn't it?
Oh, you get that little feeling in your in your balls, and like kind of goes up to almost like ooh, like should I be listening to it or should I not? It makes me
it makes me feel
danger. Forbiddenness.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is fun. I like it too. Like I said, I've watched fucking porn, yo. It's weird. I keep saying it because like it's out there now. I feel free. Like I don't gotta hide it. But literally, it's the same kind of feeling. It's just I like and one thing I was noticing. I was watching that episode back, just to make it clear, because CA was saying something about it, and she was saying like, oh, people don't know there's a funny category and this and that, blah blah. Listen, most of the time, I don't have to go to sex clubs to watch people. I'm usually watching like the amateur shit. I don't watch the fucking production, the paint and the makeup. And I don't watch that. I watch real people doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Uploading videos of old 40, 50-year-old motherfuckers, I'm watching real shit. I don't like that. Do you guys? Can y'all relate to that? Does like the cinematics of porn fuck with you anymore? Now that you know that you can watch like your neighbors fucking for real on you know these open platforms. For real, yo, it was a game changer for me.
I'll go real quick. For me, like it makes it like again. I watch mostly lesbian porn, like 99, 98%. But there is that occasionally where I gotta type in, chubby Latina blowjob or thick ebony housewife, you know what I'm saying? And or petite ebony housewife. Either way you go. And so it finds me going more down the rabbit hole. It gets so bad sometimes. There's a little fine ass thing, man, that I see every morning taking my kid to school, man. Sometimes I gotta come home and I gotta like type in the profile, like I just said, like redhead, foot fetish. I gotta tags so I can get the right jerk off material.
Yeah, I feel you, yo. It's crazy, yo. I thought I was the only nigga who do shit like that. Go to the store, you see somebody in the store, you're like, oh man, I gotta go home and type in girl with curlers, pajama pants.
Oh yeah, go home.
Specify.
Yep.
Learning so much.
It's fucking crazy, yo.
So I'm not big on. I'm kind of big on. I'm not into the amateur porn. I don't like the camera being shaky. I don't like it looking like you on your phone. It needs to look nice, but if I'm being 1,000, I'm audio. So I normally close my eyes anyway and listen to it. But if I open my eyes, it gotta at least get me excited. I can't be watching what the fuck? You don't know how to nah. I need HD. I need some ambiance.
4K 3D shit.
I'm not trying to watch no 720k video. I'm okay.
Helen, for you when you watch porn, like for men, I don't know. I guess we can go, like you said, range from 40-year-old chubby fat white women. Anything. We can get turned on by
old, young, everything. I watch every fucking thing.
Midgets, for you, are you looking for that like goddess or god type body, or do you have those points? Do you have those points that get you off?
Good
the big old mandingo, or do you like to watch the little where they have to use the 2 fingers?
Listen, I've experienced a micro dick in person. It is not where it's at. Okay, it's not where it's at. It's not there. I don't. I guess subconsciously I do. I don't like old. Like I don't. I do need you to at least look like you in my range. Or I have a good body. Like I want your body to look right. But normally, again, I'm not. If I'm visual, I like black dick, so I'll look up black dick. And as long as it's a nice size, I'm good. But normally, again, I'll just listen to it. Like the moans, the skin slapping, the breathing, all that gets to me. So yes, and yeah, all that. Hello, period.
I was looking down and I didn't even fucking heard it. I was like, oh shit.
See, but I can do without pissing. I don't think pissing would turn me on though. I don't think.
Listen, I've watched it. I ain't gonna lie. I've watched it. I watched shit and I watched piss. I watched all of it. I'm not interested in it.
What the fuck?
No, listen. I told my girl. Listen. I told my girl the other day. I tell my baby everything. Right? I tell her fucking everything. That's all. I was like, she said something. I forgot. Sorry, baby. If you watch, I know you're probably watching upstairs. If you come down here, baby. If you're watching, come down here.
Real quick.
Listen. She had said something about going to the bathroom or something like that. And I said, oh, y'all fucking go to the bathroom and spray it. It'd be like come out like a sprinkler. I saw some shit like that. I was like, yeah, I'll spray all over the place. Y'all spray when y'all sitting down or whatever. And she was like, how do you know? Blah blah. This and that. I was like, well, first of all, I've been with girls and I've heard them pissing, a lot of times, whatever. But I also saw like the videos, like the voyeur videos, and people go in the fucking bathrooms and the gas stations and they hide cameras and shit. And they'll be on X videos and Pornhub and shit. And like, listen, let me check this out. Let me see what the fuck this is about. And I've seen it, bro. And I've seen like girls hovering over the fucking toilet. And like, damn, this is fucking crazy. People watch this shit.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry. I love the image of a woman going pee. Like I don't mind that. If you're in the bathroom going pee, and I'm brushing my teeth, like that's cool to me. But there's something about a woman sitting on a toilet with the panties down around the ankle. Oh, that shit turned me on. I don't know what the fuck it
It's
is.
fucking crazy. Man.
Oh my god! Especially because I got a foot fetish. So especially if you have like sandals on, nice feet, and you got some nice jeans or spandex, and the way the panties like peel off, and then they kind of turn inside out, and they're just sitting there, and you
Go
know,
ahead, Harris. Describe that
Yo,
shit.
Harris, like he in it, yo.
love that shit.
I'm not. It's
Wait,
just
what is
interesting. Like to me, it's just interesting, man. It's not anything that I'm like any type of like connected to at all. But it's just I just like seeing like shit. Like I like weird shit. Same reason I like watching fucking crazy videos on Reddit. Like people getting their heads cut off and fighting each other and shit like that. Or whatever. I watch it. It's there. Like what the fuck? But all right. So very interesting conversation. But like to get back to the Lori Harvey thing or whatever. So old boy obviously is like he stepped to the side and he stepped in. Now, Harris, like you said, that Hollywood shit, man, it does make a difference. And they live a different life, like kind of like how we've been talking this whole fucking episode so far. The Hollywood shit, man, is different. Do you think that it's just a common understanding? Somebody said this shit to me. Tell me what you guys think. Listen, I'm not spreading no fucking rumors. I just heard it, and they said it confidently. They said that Michael B. Jordan on the low for real is the other way. Like he's like all the way. I'm not trying to start no rumors. That's what somebody said to me. Allegedly. Don't fucking come for me on the crazy.
I think a lot of men have what they call beards. Women are beards, and it's and again a lot of marriages, like in politics, are staged for the
imagery,
the people, entertainment.
Dwayne Wade might be getting pegged by Gabrielle Union. He might be one of them cats. He be acting funny style, And then what she was saying about cheating on him, she was making more money that
shit was crazy too. That was crazy too. She was a goofy shit, yo. Who says something like that? Like that's why. Like I said, yo, Helen, listen. That's
every day.
What, men?
Niggas cheat on broke bitches every day.
That's why. See what I'm saying? See, you just said that. See,
niggas cheat. Period.
It's the understanding of the shit, yo. It's everybody cheats, but is it the right thing to do? You feel me? Like, or do we have this understanding that we're all just want to cheat? Everybody cheats. No, let's be real. People who aren't loyal cheat. People who aren't respecting the woman that they're with cheat. It's not because it's just this generalized fucking understanding. Everybody cheats. I don't cheat. I'm dead ass. I don't cheat. I never cheat on my fucking woman. I cheated, but I'm just saying, I know that was wrong. I can establish it. Why? Because I have a relationship where I love my woman. I would never disrespect her in that way. If anything ever happened, listen, baby, things aren't working and I just want to leave you, but I'm not going to never disrespect you in that way. So I still have the understanding that cheating is wrong. Not everybody should just cheat. Oh, you're broke, so I'm going to fuck everybody on the planet. Nah, bro. Like, I think that establishment is why we have such a problem with everybody cheating all the fucking time.
Agreed, but there was more to that story. Not only was he broke, but he also cheated on her already. And again, I'm here with two wrongs don't make a right.
Yeah.
We're gonna be realistic. She was with a man that had money. She had money. She wasn't feeling appreciated. She didn't want to leave, so she had her cake and ate it too. That's what it was. That's
yeah.
I agree. You should fucking, as a grown ass person with accountability and self-reflective tools in your toolkit, you should be able to say, you know what, this ain't for me. It's easier for me to leave, go do what I need to do without having to hurt you by breaking this trust, by putting a whole nother person's body into mine, or So I hear you. I just, at the end of the day, though, like we were talking about earlier, social media has made it so fucking easy to feel like you can get new dick at a click of a button. That's not how that shit go at all. Like, y'all just want STDs and broken hearts. For what?
Bruh. Yo, listen, I gotta say something real quick, guys. Helen, yo, welcome to the team, yo. Like, you've become a very good. Yo, listen, I hope you can make a lot more of these. Yo, this is what we needed. Like, one of the reasons, like, Harris, you missed last week, but last week we had, first one we had like CA on. We've already had like a female. I think CA is about to jump on in a second for anybody who's hanging out. But it's really good to have a woman's perspective on stuff like this or whatever, because you don't just want a whole bunch of one ideas, man, and even just male ideas. Even if our ideas are different from each other, you do want the other side because it's even giving us clarity. Because you can get that mentality formed of, well, niggas cheat, we cheat, right? You cheat, I cheat, everybody cheats. And then you get the woman who's like, well, nah, you know, we cheat too. And then we get like, oh shit, they cheat. It brings something completely different that we might not know. We know, but we might not know. Yeah. So I really appreciate you on the panel, and your conversation is very, very, very good. You're bringing like a lot of order to our chaos that we be having some fucking crazy shit on here.
Listen, I appreciate being. I feel like I'm part of the Cool Kids Club. I love being in the backseat and get to be a part of real, authentic, like raw men conversation, because I feel like men and women would get along so much more, even possibly fuck better if we could just really have these conversations and not feel like you gotta censor what you say because my feelings gonna get hurt. Do the same thing with different tools. So
yeah, for sure. I definitely agree. I think everybody needs to do whatever they want to do. I think Lori Harvey, she wants to fuck everybody on the planet. But the thing about the Michael B. Jordan thing, and if it's true, like you said, Harris, like it's a lot of that shit going on. A lot of dudes wearing the beards in all situations, not even just public, not even just like public figures and shit. Just in general, man. And we are reaching a level of understanding and people being more open and being able to express themselves more openly and stuff like that. But it's still kind of is weird because there's still going to be a very, very big demographic of people who don't want to come out and don't want to be seen in the light, even though it's way more accepted at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, coming out was a lot harder because people were looking at you, oh, this motherfucking, whatever. And now it's like, hey, come out. The door is open. The party is being happening even. Like, you better not say nothing. But still, people are like, listen, I ain't fucking. Nah, I want to be, you know what I'm saying? For whatever reasons. It's interesting, man. It's interesting. I wonder where the next couple of years are going to really go when it comes to, male, female, they, them, whatever you want to call it. Because the door is so open.
Is it callous of me? Okay, so I'm saying this very lightly because I love learning new things. I love expanding my mind. So I love that there's so many different sexual identities I didn't know about. But on another hand, a part of me just wants to be like, can we all just mind our own fucking business? Like, do we really need to fucking open up this can of worms of LGBTQIA? Like, if it's not hurting my business, my mental health, who you want to have sex with, who you identify with, what you want to call you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we put, like, why the fuck do we care so much about what other people do? Can we just mind our business?
I don't give a fuck now. Like, I never give a fuck. Like, I don't need to.
General, why do we care?
I don't need to go on Instagram and see in the corner of your name or TikTok and see in the corner of your name it's got to say he, him. It's almost like we're fucking animals at this point. Like, you have to establish like your collar and shit before you.
Or that shit got question marks, so they're not sure.
I'm dead ass, yo. It's crazy that we're at that level of I don't know if we're calling it understanding, right? But literally, it's kind of like, where's the information or what's information at this point? Like, you don't know what the fuck. You can't look at anybody. If it was up to somebody who was like, I'm this open sexualized person or whatever, I'm them, they, whatever the fuck, I can't look at you and sum you up. I have no fucking idea. If I see a group of people, it's just a group of people. I can't say, I can say they're light and some are darker skinned or some are this and that. And I don't even know how much longer I can say fucking that. But I can't say that there's women and men over there. I have no fucking idea. I have to say they can all be thems over there. I don't fucking know. But it is difficult because, like you said, like I don't know if they can be quiet because you can't look at them and establish it. So it's like it's not a visual thing. It's a strict fucking mental thing. So they have to verbalize who they are because you can't physically see it. It's fucking crazy, man.
And we support that, but what we don't support is then when we get. And my sister, she doesn't hate this, but she always say I'm gonna get canceled because I always talk about this. But she's like, the LGBTQ community don't play, so like they'd be quick to cut you off. But in the same, I think what is so funny about us expanding and learning more about it is that this same group of people who have been ostracized now all of a sudden don't want to give us the grace of learning. Now,
true.
Now we just can't say shit. Now we don't give a fuck. It's like, well, bitch, I just learned that there was a whole nother gender. And like last year, and you getting upset because I have to keep saying, wait, sorry, is it they or she? Just keep saying they. Just keep saying they. And eventually I'll catch on. But you getting upset with me when this is a learning curve. Like all of America is all of the fucking world is having to learn. I didn't know it was QIA plus until last year, and I don't know how long it's been.
Until right now, for me, I didn't know that at all.
Ridiculous. You know, I had the idea before Dave Chappelle. I just call these motherfuckers the A through Z community. Like seriously, take the whole 26 right now and just the A through Z's,
bro.
Why
not? Why not though? The door's open. I'm not nothing against anybody, but it's just this is the problem with having such a fucking dramatic case of acceptance. Everybody should be able to be whoever they want to be. There's no problem with it, man. Nobody should treat anybody wrong for anything they want to do, unless you're trying to do some shit with people that can't help themselves, like children and all that crazy shit or whatever. Then you got a fucking problem. But if you just live your life a certain way and you just want to be respected for that, yo, I fucking completely agree with you 100%. I'm the first motherfucker here to say, I love you, brother. I don't care what the fuck you are. You're a frog, a cat, dog, whatever. But don't be trying to come down on the fucking planet because some shit that just got, put into existence a couple of years ago, the whole world ain't on some super fast understanding of. And you can't just try to cancel everybody for their own personal thoughts, because honestly, your own personal thoughts are what you're fucking fighting for. So you can't contradict the situation, man. Yeah. And that's what we are living in a big, world of right now. People contradicting the fact that you want freedom of speech, you want to be seen a certain way, but you don't want anybody else to have that shit. You just want it to be your fucking vision. And that's it. But nobody else can have a vision or even a thought. Yeah. Or you're fucking terminated because we need this vision to proceed. That's why it's such a fucking problem. Yeah. People should be able to say whatever they want, man. Yeah. To a degree.
Agree. You should be able to disagree with somebody and still be able to have a conversation with them.
Respectfully. Yeah, respectfully. If you're doing it like an asshole, then you've got a little bit more of an argument for why you might need to shut the fuck up. But if you're respectfully coming to you and being like, yo, listen, I'm sorry, I just don't, I just can't really have an understanding of it. I was raised this way, I got this or whatever. You gonna fight that because I don't agree, or you're gonna label me on some shit? Well, yeah.
Could I just be in my ways? And I don't agree with none of that bullshit. You're a man or a motherfucking woman. I don't give a damn if I offend a trans or a fucking.
That's your opinion, yeah.
We had somebody in the comment in our show try to come after us, like kind of early on, and was saying trans is and I would love to have this. If you got a comment or something like this, they said that the trans word was she said the tranny is our N word.
No, and I lost my shit,
right? But this is the mentality that this person or these people have. And me and my co-host went off. We're like, oh, come on. Like, that's so, and I started going, have you been fucking persecuted and hung and all this shit, killed, slaughtered for, this, for your word and all this stuff, man.
Yeah. I'm not trying to take a side or anything, but they have in their own way. But I don't. It's hard, man. It's hard.
Brian, you can look at them and not know. You can't look at a nigga and not know they're not a nigga. You a nigga.
Yeah.
So that's you can't be.
We're definitely established. I can't look at since 1444, whatever the fuck it is. We're definitely established. I mean, first, honestly, it would be to be fucking even more.
Right. But even the trans, they've never had to go through where they could only drink out of a certain thing or eat out of a certain. They never, it's not like you're a tranny and you get you're the last in line at the doctors and shit like that, man.
Listen, it's true.
They were
and what they've done is their choice.
Yeah. That.
At the end of the day,
I'm trying not to be an asshole, but I'm also
it's not being an asshole.
Also trying to make sure. No, hold on. I'm also trying to make sure that I'm not trying to be an asshole, because I'm trying to make sure I'm also speaking truthfully. Yeah. I definitely believe that people who feel like they're whatever the case may be, I feel like that's their fucking that's their opinion. If it is their feeling, who the fuck am I to say, oh, you don't feel that way? You feel like you're a woman and you're a man, yo, listen, shit happens. Shit happens. You don't feel me? Like, oh, I can't fucking justify it. I don't understand it, but yo, you understand. I don't live your life. Same way that you were talking, Helen. You do you. That's you. That's on you. Whatever. So I can't say like that. But what I can say is, if I'm doing something or I'm a part of it or whatever, I'm fucking losing my train of thought because I'm thinking about a lot. But I can't say that you're doing whatever, but I can say that people have been looked at and treated differently, and definitely a lot of wrong. So a lot of people who were, openly gay. I mean, just not even that far back. I mean, just literally, we used to use gay as like terminology, like when something sucked. Oh, that game is gay. That sucks balls. It sucks dick. Everything that goes with it. But literally, like, I'm not trying to compare, but I'm just saying realistically, yeah. I mean, they had to go through their shit. They had to be looked down upon, and now they're at their glory point where they're like, yo, listen, we're out, we're about, and you motherfuckers better not say shit about us no more because we deserve our time. And it isn't the same. I don't think that tranny is the N-word, but I definitely think that it can be derogatory terms that can be used towards trans people. And if they want to make them up as they go, they're going to make them as they go. But you better stick to that shit because you ain't going to be making up words. That's why people don't say fag no more and all that shit. And that's a word that you can't use. You cannot say that fucking word. You know what I mean?
Come on, let's be real. I clown with my homeboys all the time. Still call it, man. That's gay. That's how that game was gay. Oh, that's hella gay, man. You a fag. Just quit that fag shit. That's something I say all the time. In referring to my straight friends, because since the beginning of our existence, that's something that we just play around with. It's not like I don't wish death to all fags or anything, or not like that. But it's one of those loose terms that I can't help but to say.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks though.
But you're not saying it to that person who is gay, so it's
no. A little further. You're right. But a little further. I mean, I hate to be this person, but honestly, the thing is though, man, that's how them fucking slave masters thought about nigga. That's how them white people thought about nigga. You know what I'm saying?
How much do we say nigga though?
They did, use it to their own thing. But if a gay person wants to say fag and call each other that, that's them. You know what I'm
just
saying?
Like us as black people, we could call each other nigga, no problem. But as soon as that person on the other side that shit be saying that shit, it's a problem.
Yeah. You gotta have an understanding of, we like you said, Harris, like me too, same shit. I'm not gonna lie. But I do understand that, listen, maybe we were using it wrong. It was a word we shouldn't really be using the way we were using it. And I can understand like it hurt somebody's feelings and shit. So I'll take it upon myself to be like, all right, fuck it, I'm not gonna say it no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I would respect somebody the same, way. But it is hard because it's not like we were ever using it to talk about somebody who was gay. Like, that's why I understand you completely. Like, we were never using it like, oh, that guy's gay. He's just gay fag. Never. It was always just like on some goofy shit with our friends and just a word. But it does establish meaning and it has meaning. And because of that,
I consider myself half a homophobe. And I say that because there's like, for instance, I wouldn't want to send my son to school for 8 hours a day underneath the tutelage of a gay teacher, a gay man teacher who was on the outside. You knew he was gay, excessively flamboyant and doing all this crazy shit. I would have an issue with that. And I was talking to this about somebody and they're, oh, you're so horrible. And this, I said, well, fuck
no.
If that's what it is, she said, well, you're a homophobe. I said, cool. Okay. So I am. But at the same time, like if I see a car or somebody in distress, I'm not looking over there like, oh, that's a gay man on fire. I'm not going to go put him out,
I feel you.
To me, there's different layers of this shit.
Yeah, I definitely firmly agree with that because I actually agree with you. I mean, I don't fucking like the videos that I see with the drag queens coming into the schools and shit like that. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of it. If I had the press meeting or the board fucking conference or whatever, and I'm standing at the podium saying, yeah, well, I always had an understanding that Jennifer Grey, really Charlie Murphy or whatever the fuck his name is, came into school dressed as a woman, had the makeup on, and was doing all the extra stuff with my kids. And I'm not really a fan of that. I feel like that's something that I should be able to establish with my child so they can have an understanding of exactly what she represents or they represent. And I should be able to do that. I shouldn't have that forced on my children. I think that is something that should be in an adult's power. But at the same time, for you to immediately classify me as homophobic because I have that opinion, that's what we're talking about. You can't even have a fucking opinion on this new dropped on information that we just had for a couple years. It's too fast. It's too fast to react. We're not going to act like a man being with another man is a huge influencing kind of situation that can be had, especially to young-minded children. You're not going to act like that's not reasonable to fucking discuss. You know what I'm saying? A man and a woman create a baby and continue life going forward. There's nothing. I'm not talking about the Bible. I'm not talking about any of that stuff. I'm literally talking about just procreation, fucking biology, whatever you want to call it. A man and a woman create a fucking another person, and that continues the life. That's why we have the structure, whether it be the American dream, whether it be just fucking cats and dogs. That's how shit keeps going. Female, male, chromosomes, whatever, meeting together to create that. A, B, C. When you got A and A, it's just fucking A. There's nothing left. So you have to understand there is an argument. There is a fucking reason why people are discussing it. But if you're going to establish me as a fucking category immediately for bringing up the topic, where do we have room for anything? It's just your fucking thought. That's it.
Yeah.
That's why people got fighting. That's why people are arguing about the shit, man. It's difficult.
It sucks because America, and I don't know if y'all got this vibe. I've been saying this since I was in high school. I low-key hate being American. America is trash. It's a very shitty country. So I have a lot of gripes with how America is run. So if I offend anybody, sorry, but I pay my own bills, so it is what it is.
Agreed.
I feel like America also has, like, when it comes to these topics, they make sure there's enough ambiguity or ignorance or like some type of disconnect to where we can't have these conversations without somebody feeling like it's a personal attack or somebody like I'm coming after you as a parent, when it's really like, if you could just respect, like, hey, at the end of the day, I can respect your orientation, you know, what you identify as, all of that. But when you then want to come into my space and that information starts to bleed into my space, you then have to respect how I react to that. Instead of being like, oh, fuck, now you attacking me because I'm gay or da-da-da. I'm not attacking you because you're gay. I'm attacking you because this is not what I want right now. This is not what I asked for. I don't want to be a part of this conversation. And you should be able to respect that. Yes, it can come off ignorant. Yes, you can come off homophobic, but that's also my choice to make. And I really love that Harris and Brian, y'all can say I might have a little homophobia in me, because I can have a conversation with someone that can admit that. I can't have a conversation with someone that's like, nah, I just fuck gay people. Well, now you ignorant, because now you just don't want to have a conversation. You
exactly.
Yo, true. But if you can say, you know what I'm saying, I can acknowledge that you're going to interpret this way. That's fine, but we can still have a dialogue. I can still talk to y'all about LGBTQIA and know that I support it, and know that y'all might not all the way, not that you don't support, but you know, you feel some type of way as men and as having kids. There's a whole lot of conversation I can't deal with that, but it just sucks that, to y'all's point, we can't just have a frank conversation. And if I don't like it, if I don't like that my tutor is a gay man, I don't like it. Just put my kid in another class. Why are we arguing about it? Just switch it. It don't got to be big. I don't like it. Just switch it.
Exactly. It's true, man. Yeah, no disrespect either, man. And that's what it is. I like you said, Harris. You saw, you know, Burning Man, whatever. I mean, I'll go even further. I don't give. Jay, you're a prime example in this situation. You grew up, your brothers, Al, rest in peace, Al, and stuff, and you know, gay brothers. I grew up. People we were around always. Dudes,
all the time,
It was cool as shit, man. I don't got no problem with nobody. I don't have no problem with nobody, honestly. But it's like you said, it's just certain things you don't want to teach your kids. I don't want a fucking gang member teaching my kid either. Like, it's just certain different things. Like, you just
it's boundaries,
rather
it's
do
levels.
on your own. Yeah, it's levels. You said it the best, Harris. It's layers, man. Everything isn't just black and white that easy with that situation. And everybody's trying to make it that way by establishing you as a hater. You know what I'm saying? A hater. That's really what we're saying at this point, like on some kiddie shit. Like, you're just a hater. No, I'm not a hater, motherfucker. It's a lot of reasons why I have my thoughts and opinions. It's not just because I'm just thoughtless and, you know, heartless to a whole demographic. No, it's because I'm fucking thinking a little bit. Like, it needs to be discussed.
Would y'all be accurate that it's a little bit of gaslighting?
Oh, that's with everything, man. That's a fucking problem. Yeah, it's because there's so much, there's so much to influence, man. We have so much media. We're media right now. We're creating media. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody sees something and goes off of a different opinion, bro. And it's just like, you know, it is being put in front of your face, just like I just watched that 90s show, that 70s show remake, and they had on there, you always got to have. Before you always had a black person, the token black person. Remember South Park? Yeah, the token black person. And then you have fucking, you know, now it's always got to always have a gay person, or you always got to have this. And there's nothing wrong with it, but, you know, it's just established, man. That's just what it is now. So your kids that are growing up watching it, or you're growing up watching it, with never had this thought process before. Now you have to have that fucking thought process, and that's why I do think it is put in front of your face, and it's forced discussion. I mean,
as much as it's forced to us, we gotta, if we're really men and man, and we have the same right to push back and the so-called toxic masculinity, which is some bullshit. That's just a motherfucking man, an old school man. You know, man has always been. You know, we have every right to exude that still and push back and be like, you know what? Like, I don't, man. My son ain't painting his fucking toenails. He ain't playing with he was U.S. soldiers and getting his knees scraped up. And I'm disciplining him like a fucking man. Period. There's no, you know, middle ground with me when it comes to that. I don't care how anybody takes that, man. Like,
let me ask you something, Harris. This is something that let me see. This is like it's hard to say, but it's like I'm the same way. I'm not teaching my kid I'm teaching my kid like how I grew up, man. Like you said, I went outside, did this, did that, or whatever. If your son did come to you on some shit where it was like, yo, dad, listen, it ain't nothing personal, nothing against you or whatever, but this is just kind of how I feel. This is how I am. You know, in that situation, is it going to be like a big deal for you?
Yep. I'll say, well, my time here is done. Have a nice life. No, if he was gay, is that what you're asking? If he
pretty much.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. I'm gonna feel like first of all, I failed him. I'm gonna wonder when and where he was touched or molested to make him fucking think and trigger like that. I'm gonna be thinking, damn, am I too soft? You know, did I raise him? What type of I'll be feeling all sorts of fucked up, knowing that my son is taking dick or sucking dick or whatever they do. I don't, you know. Oh no, I couldn't live with that shit, man. Oh man, knock on this glass right here. No, it ain't happening. Now, to get a little bit on a serious note, I love my son so much that's the initial. I swear to God, I'll probably cut him off. I'll be so heartbroken. I'll probably get the fuck out of my face. Get the fuck out of my face. I can't even look at you, man. Deck is that right? I would have to go on a detox from his ass and really sit with myself and go get some
about it.
Talk to some people. But on a serious note, I know that at the end of the day, my love would be there for him, and I'd still support him. Yeah. But I don't know, man. But I tell you this,
it's hard. It's
I think this: when you come home for fucking Christmas, you and your goddamn boy toy ain't gonna be staying up in the house. Fuck that. I'm that dad, bro. All that shit. I swear to God, bro, you ain't kissing, you ain't fucking holding hands. And if he had an issue with that, well, then I ain't fucking with it.
So Harris, would you go to his wedding?
Oh, hell no. Hell no.
Hey, be honest.
It's a question. You gotta. It's a thought,
bro. Ain't no fucking. I ain't never going to no gay wedding, especially my son, bro. Not even. Nah, that's not even happening. Bro. I'd be like, nah. And then I can't even see the certain shit on TV and stuff, man. There was a some drug commercial. It's two gay men, take the whatever the medication is, and they're strolling through the thing, and they kiss in the commercial, man.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
My son was playing some Profaxil or whatever the hell and luckily my son was playing because I don't even want that image. I don't want him to see no.
Yeah. No, I understand there.
Like, I don't want him to see a man and woman have sex or doing too much heavy kissing at a young age.
Yeah, definitely. I don't either. I don't do that either. Just so I can clarify, I understand you and I respect your feeling, and I also respect you to be able to say that strongly and openly, because it's very hard to speak your truth nowadays without being judged and fucking clarified. That's how you feel. That's how you feel, man. Same fucking foot. I personally, I'm not the kind of person where if my son came to me, I love my kid, man. I definitely understand. I would have that moment of like, oh damn, man, I didn't see this coming. You know what I mean? Like, but it wouldn't be that hard to like swallow for me. I'm just kind of like open. Like I said, I love everybody, man. And I'm not saying you don't, but I'm just like, I guess I'm more open because I'm just like, yo, listen, you do what you do, man. If you happy, you happy. That's all I really care about. That's just kind of how I've always been. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck about it. As long, don't fuck with me. Don't do, don't mess with me in any way or whatever. But if you do what you do, you do what you do. Man, you love who you love. As long as you being treated well and shit.
I'm the kind of father. Is it? I ain't going to the wedding, and I would ship him a basket of summer sausages in the mail or some gay, a cake shaped like a dick. Fucking. I'll be trolling my son, man.
Yeah, I feel you. Hey, Helen, how do you feel like, in that situation? Do you feel like as a mom, like, would you be open to that, or would it be kind of affecting to you?
I'd be open. I'm a very, very open-minded person. And I actually, when JD actually mentioned something like this earlier, I'm a believer, and I think actually, Brian, you had alluded to it too. I personally do not believe being gay or transgender or anything on that spectrum is a choice in the sense that it's something they can turn on and off. Yeah. I feel like if someone is gay, for you to intentionally choose to go through ridicule, possibly getting killed, being ostracized, not having no family, is a hard concept for me to really be like, yeah, they just out here saying, fuck it, I'm gonna suck dick and go get my ass beat and enjoy it. Like that it doesn't sit well with my spirit. So I don't, I feel like if you are on that spectrum, like just as much as I like sucking dick, you like sucking dick as a man. Like I just was born with it. You was born with it. That's just how it is. So if I had a child that came out gay, man or woman, I'd be like, all right, like you like it, I love it. I think it would. Yeah, I think I'd be okay because I'm also at a stage now. Like I said, I think I said this earlier at our last show. I don't even know if I want kids. So like the idea of not having grandkids wouldn't make me sad or anything. There's a bunch of kids that need to be adopted. Like shit.
Gotcha. Yeah.
To be a mom without having to have my kid. So I don't think I would feel any type of way about it. But I also don't know if I want kids anyway. So who even knows if that's going to be an option. Can I say something? I know you have a daughter. I've thought of this before. If I have a daughter and you say, oh, if she turned out to be a lesbian, in my thought process, that shit is like, I would almost,
more men are up to that though.
I would almost cry because I would just be thinking, oh, cool. Like you don't have to go through none of the trauma that a lot of men are going to put you through. Go do your little kitty cat, play in the corner and fucking, if daddy's here, if you need something. Do you have, what's your thought on that, B?
So I actually got two thoughts when both of you guys were talking actually, but if my daughter was lesbian, it'd be the same because I'm not really like like I said, it's as long as they're happy. I'm not gonna lie, like there are times because I have my daughter and I'm like, I just don't want her ever being in that situation where it's like a man is attacking her, but at the same time, women are fucking wild. They be doing crazy shit, but it's like a girl fighting a girl is like it's at least more
a lot of their asses look
common.
Like men.
You know what I mean? Like
who the fuck the man in the relationship is.
Yeah, like shit like that or whatever. But
listen.
This is the thing that if my daughter was a lesbian, she's lesbian. My son's gay, he's gay. Like I'm not rooting for it on either side, but I definitely would love to have grandkids and let them, do whatever. But as long as they're happy, I'm good. But the thing that was interesting to both of your guys' points was the fact that I don't believe that you're born and you just I can switch it on and off. But let's be real, and this is the good point. The lesbian side, women do it all the time. Kiss each other, not gay, not this and that. Oh, you just experienced, and look how we're accepting it now.
But I would call
my daughter's gay. What
I call cap on girls out here saying I'm not gay, but you out here kissing and experimenting. No, bitch, you on the spectrum. You just don't want to admit it.
I don't know though. I don't know, but don't you think that it's also a possibility that it is heavily accepted? It is heavily accepted. The fact that women
true.
are
they're
very emotional with each other. They're very nurturing. They're motherly. So women have a lot more qualities when it comes to being compassionate for each other. Men are established as dominant, forceful, whatever. We don't have that same kind of persona where it's like, we can cry and open up and be emotional and stuff like that or whatever. But now the influence is swinging in a different direction. So now it's like, oh, you can be this. You can pick whatever you want to be. You can make your decision. So just like we were talking about in the TV and in the fucking shows, everything, movies, everything. there is an influence. There is an influence now. So it's easier for kids to say, hey, I'm this, and just look at something and dress flamboyant or whatever, and just try to be something, not even knowing at the early stages of confusion. So we don't even know if the option is, you know, I was born this way, or if I was kind of influenced this way. And that is a determining factor in why you, like, you know, will raise your child in a certain way at this point.
I would challenge that, though. I would say there still is a distinction, because if you're influenced by anything, I'm of the mind that eventually you either gonna be it or you're gonna realize it's not for you. So even if you get a son that sees, you know, gay images, because that is in all the Disney movies, and like, you know what, I want to try on dresses, I want to try on skirts. Soon as he get in his first fight and get called a sissy faggot, and he not really into that, he ain't putting on that shit again. I don't see it. Like, he's like, you know what, it's not worth it. It's not worth all this antagonizing. But if he really feels it, he gonna hide it. 10 years later, hey daddy, I'm actually gay. Like, I've been hiding it because I got my ass beat when I was a child. But if he not, I think you get enough bad experiences with doing something that you just in a phase with you and realize it's not worth it. You won't. I don't think you'll do it. So I feel like even if you are influenced, if it's not actually a part of you, and I think being a part of LGBTQI is something that is your DNA, it's just too much. I don't know. It just feels too much.
I'm telling you right now, I feel you, but you're going off of the logic of, why would you keep going if it's so much shit that you got to deal with to be it? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of, but at the same time, man, people do crazy shit all the time. People try to be gangsters and shit like that or whatever, you know, and to do, you know, to establish whatever that comes with or whatever. And people do crazy shit all the time. But I definitely understand you, but I do think that there is a lot of influence, yo. I think there's a lot of and women especially, I'm not gonna lie, women especially, oh, I've had guys, I might try girls now. And it's like a fucking, it's like a phrase.
I will definitely,
you know what I'm saying? Like, how is that a decision for you? So you can make a decision. That's what you're trying to say.
Yes. And
people can make decisions too.
It's even a joke with women. Like, if you go through enough heartbreaks, I'm gonna go gay now, I'm gonna go eat pussy.
Bro.
Who is finna do that? I can get heartbroken 100 times. I'm not going to the other team because I'm heartbroken.
But it's a conversation to definitely be had, especially for people with children now, because that's why we're saying, just like Harris is saying, you have to respect his what he's saying, because he's living in a world where there's open influence. And he doesn't want to be a part of that. And I'll be honest with you, I don't want to be a part of it either. I don't want influence. If my son decides to do whatever he wants to do, that's fine, in whatever thing. But if you're going to constantly push it in his face, that's where it's like, damn, well, do I have a decision, or just I'm not saying it's going to happen because it's being pushed, but it's definitely more likely to happen because of that. I mean, there's no doubt about it. So it's like, but then you also got to question, like, you know, just kind of, you know, help myself, whatever. Then you got to question, well, what do you do? Just make it not seen or whatever. But I think it can just be equally just, you know, spread across the board, where it's just like, hey, I respect these people exist. Everybody exists. Respect them like you respect everybody else. And then, you know, you got a gay character in the show or whatever, in the cartoon, whatever. Okay, whatever. That's what it is. But to be going to the extra mile of letting them come into the school and talk to the kids, and I think that's over fucking dramatic. Right? I think it's just too much. Like, what are you trying to establish at this point, man?
Yeah.
Like, you're forcing acceptance. You're not just allowing acceptance. You're forcing acceptance.
That's when the come as you are goes too far.
There you go. Exactly. Yeah.
This ain't church.
Yeah. Come as you are.
Yeah.
You got to find that balance of, because I think on one end, I don't pick too much about how heavily it's shown in the media, because I think of the representation argument. Like, there's people out there that have never seen gay people, or like back in the day when you never saw someone gay and you finally saw that gay actor or actress, like, oh shit, someone's like me. But I think there's a balance in that. You don't need a gay person in every fucking movie. And to your point, Brian, we don't need drag queens to come in and read stories.
That was just fuck me up right there.
There's a time and a place for everything. Yeah. That is not the place.
Guys, listen.
What additional purpose does it serve?
Listen, guys. Yo, thank you guys so much for coming on tonight. We've been talking about for a minute, yo. It's been a really, really interesting conversation. You know, I didn't know we were going to talk about any of this stuff. Kind of just veered in this direction. But hey, yo, I loved it. I mean, I think it was a good talk. I think it's good that we were able to express ourselves and shit like that in these ways. Helen, yo, like I said, welcome to the team. I'm gonna include you like every time Helen. I drop these messages. I'm definitely, if you're free to jump on here with us. Harris, man, how you feeling, brother?
Feeling good, man. It was a great convo. I enjoyed meeting Helen and kicking it with JD and everybody
Yes,
again.
sir.
It was a really
Yeah.
great show tonight, man.
Yeah, it was really good. Really good topics. Yo, I want to tell you guys here, yo, listen, you guys at home as well, whoever sees this, any ideas that you guys have, any things that you see, any crazy topics you want to discuss, yo, prepare them for Sunday, man. Hit me up. Let me know if there's anything that you guys want to talk about at all. We trying to do this every week, live on the line. Like I said, Harry, I saw you on the TNR, man. I was trying to jump on that fucking that movie conversation you was having because listen, bro, I love talking about shit like that. But we do it different every week, man. Every week, have any kind of open discussions about everything.
I got one thing for next week. You heard about this? Something about Ron DeSantis banning Black History in Florida.
Oh shit! No, I didn't hear that at all.
Florida, yeah, it's official sources, but Ron DeSantis is banning Black studies in schools.
Dang! Wow. Why? Did they say any reason for it?
I haven't delved into it. Maybe we could, this week we can all
look into that shit.
I just heard this the other day, but in Florida they're teaching, gay studies. They're replacing Black studies and putting in gay studies and trans teachers and stuff. So
yeah, see, we said gaslighting, Helen. That right there.
That's crazy.
That's on a grand fucking scale right
there.
For
real. That's very interesting.
I won't be surprised if they do it. Shit, they took the Pledge of Allegiance out of school.
Look, they said we're not going to talk about slavery for real. We'll talk about some fucking
shit, you got it right there.
Wow.
Fucking fun.
Damn,
interesting.
Yeah, Florida's a funny state.
Yeah, Florida's fucking crazy. They all crazy over there. Alligators, all the motherfuckers.
Crazy. My number's still 904, so it's in me a little bit. But
yeah, where are you calling that, Helen?
I was raised in Jacksonville, Florida. The fucking James of them all.
Got you. Yeah, you
want
to
now on the West Coast.
Oh, you Arizona?
No, San Francisco, California.
Oh, y'all just won. Y'all just won. Well, I'm not gonna say I don't know if that's your team, but thank you for being.
I live here. I was for the Jags. We lost.
How can you do that? I'm from Jersey and Atlanta. You see this shirt right here? You see this? Even though we got our ass kicked last night, I don't give a fuck where I lived.
I know.
I moved to Mexico. I'm still going for USA when the World Baseball Classic's on.
Period. I feel you.
Nobody watch no fucking baseball. Nobody watch that boring ass sport. Baseball is the most boring shit. I fucking hate baseball.
No.
I will say that. I watched it.
Listen, you want to know a boring sport? Golf.
Oh yeah, that's really boring.
NASCAR. Let's watch a car go in a fucking oval 500 times. That's fucking boring.
NASCAR for sure.
Your ass be dizzy. You really want to have some sex after that? The fuck? Yeah, do that.
Like a cat, watching the fucking mouse go around.
Yeah, what the fuck? You know how that makes fucking Hot Wheels seem so boring as a kid?
Oh man! All right.
Now
JD the Mouth.
Yeah.
Now y'all starting to see why he's JD the Mouth. See, it took fucking 3 years to get this motherfucker to be JD the Mouth. Yo, listen, I love you guys, man. Thank you guys so much for coming on. I'm gonna let everybody go. Yes. Fucking 12 o'clock over here in Atlanta. But yo, have a great week, y'all. Come back and let's get live on the line. I love y'all, man.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Be good, Helen. Have a good night.
Have a great night, guys. Love you guys.
Peace.
Right. Salute.